Run when the rhythm's right. Go into the night. Go until you're out of sight and you're out of my mind. Run when the rhythm's right. Go into the night. Floating as the river flows, easy as it goes to the ocean. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. Promise me, but you never tried. Secrets in your eye, you go and run, I'll hide. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. I don't ever wanna be crowned, just another prize. It breaks my heart, heart, breaks my heart, 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 breaks my heart, 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 breaks my heart, 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 breaks my heart. Lost in the midnight blue shadows of the moon. Here with open arms for you, feeling something so new. Said with me you'd reach the sun. Oh, but we were so young. Love me till the summer's done, but keep me in your heart, so I hold on. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. Promise me, but you never tried. Secrets in your eye, you go and run, I'll hide. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. I don't ever wanna be crowned, just another prize. It breaks my heart. Colors of the sky, breaks my heart. All I see is colors of the sky, but all I see is colors of the sky. Colors of the sky, but all I see is colors of the sky. But all I see is colors of the sky. Colors of the sky, but all I see is colors of the sky. All I see is colors of the sky. to the ground now, and somehow I feel like you don't know me. Shook me to the ground now, I don't even know how. Brought me to a life that you never showed me. Coming from a locked up ghost of yourself, but you're coming from the light. There's more to you than you ever thought there was. Yeah, you're coming from the light.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome. My name is Resorty. Real glad to be here with you one and all today. Hope you're having a lovely time. And to you, one and all, I say, hello, friends. How's it going? Half dressed, right on time. Hope things are going very, very well for you today on this lovely, what day is it here? It's a Monday morning. This tie is mistied. Gotta start fresh. It's a Monday morning here, around about 8:40 a.m. I know for many of you it is still the weekend. For many of you it is the July 4th weekend. And so I hope you're having a relaxing time, that the neighbors aren't being too terribly loud and upsetting the puppy dogs. I hope everything is good. Red power tie indeed. I don't know how I choose ties. Every day I have a moment of, what tie is today? And today felt like a red tie day. Now, part of that might be because it's incredibly warm outside. It is really quite warm and really quite humid and just altogether unpleasant. So, Noms and I spent some time outside the house this weekend, and it was just not nice. It was not a nice time in terms of temperature, especially when it went wind still. It was so very nice going and doing things and seeing things, and just sitting though with no wind and the humidity feels bad. Hey Toady, how you doing? Oh, we're celebrating Canada Day. That's right. When is Canada Day actually factually? Has it already happened? Is it today? Please tell me stories. I don't know nearly enough about nations outside of the United States. Bit of a cultural chauvinist, it seems. Oh well. Hello to you, Jesse. Welcome in. How you doing, Blue Moon? Blue Moon asks, is a red tie day like a red letter day? As I have no calendar here, I suppose red tie days are the best I can do with celebrating this and that. Hey, Belgian guy, thank you for the resubscription. It's good seeing you, Belgian. I appreciate you a whole bundle. The 1st of July is Canada Day. Lots of barbecue, time spent outside with family also. All right, so similar to the US's 4th of July there, does Canada Day also include fireworks and concerts? Is it all kinds of outdoor entertainment, or is there a particular kind that's more common than others? Paul, Harvey, welcome back. Hello, Marks. How you doing, Jim? Axis, good to see you. Sakatera, welcome. Jim, thank you for mentioning over on Discord the book you finished reading, The Other Westmore. Looks super interesting. Always am glad to hear what people are reading in the community. It's very, very cool of you to share that. Hello, Slivers. Hello, Chaucer. Hello, everybody. There's lots of fireworks outside already. Yeah. Like I said before, it's the one thing I appreciate about not being in the U.S. for July 4th is too loud. Too loud for this guy. So, this weekend, though, was a really nice time over here in Resortyville. We went outside, as I mentioned, did a couple meals out, celebrating a nice weekend, celebrating heading towards the end point of the term already. As I mentioned before, this term is flying along so darn quickly, and before too long it might be done. Hello, Brewdog, how's it going? Does Japan have an equivalent to Western country days? So Japan has a really strange relationship with nationalism, historically, and the World War II period kind of beat the heck out of that. So the majority of the Japanese holidays are nature-based holidays or family-based holidays. Now, there's not so much in the way of, our country is great, good job, country, because that kind of thought is deeply, deeply suspicious here in the past 100 years or so, a little less than that, I suppose. And so there are a couple days involving the state. They tend to be imperial days or constitutional days. Now, the imperial days are just traditional because the emperor has no real power anymore. And the Constitution Day is more about the stability of the government as opposed to anything else. And so there are public festivals, there are fireworks, but there's not nearly as much like raucous celebration of the state here as in the U.S. But yeah, that's how it goes. Hello to you, Fernanthus. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What happened this weekend? What did I share with you? I have a few things to share with you. Number one was what? What was number one? I know number 2 and 3 were. Number one, though, I may have to skip over. I can't think of it very quickly here. Yeah, no idea what number one was. So I'm going to go ahead and change over to this page. Because yes, indeed, one of the things to discuss is indeed the movie. So Noms and I went to a movie film. Went to a part of town called Roppongi. Roppongi is the relatively wealthy foreigner district of Japan. It is opulent and crowded and loud and just feels like being back in the US in some ways, though it is a variety of languages here and there and everywhere. So we went and saw the Indiana Jones film in a very, very large theater. And in that theater were many people from all around the world, which means they did not have standard Japanese behavior, which say they showed up late and they left to go buy more food. Japanese folks tend to leave the theater only to use the bathroom, and they don't come back with things in their hands. And then when the movie was over, they got up right away, some of the people, where Japanese people, generally speaking, wait in silence through the entire credits, enjoying the music, and then only after that do the lights come up at all. But this place, definitely people were hurrying to get out of there as soon as the movie faded to black. People were already running out the door. So I've already told Noms that we have to return to our normal theater over in Futaka Tamagawa, which is a little bit more conservatively behaving. That's right, I've become an old conservative just like that. But as I mentioned previously, in Japan, when you go to a movie theater, you get a present. And so I wish to show you the present that we get in Japan for going to the Indiana Jones movie. It is this thing right here. There it is. That's a little picture I just took a bit ago. We can embiggen it slightly. It's about postcard size. It's a postcard size picture there of various Indiana Jones images. I believe I've mentioned before that other things we've gotten at movies have included like file folders. I know that sometimes you got like little figurines and so on. One thing to point out is the title name there, which is in the yellow part, which is stylized to the point I struggle to actually read the characters, but they don't call it Indiana Jones here. They only call it Indy Jones. And I'm not quite sure why that is, because Indiana is not especially difficult to say. So it's just Indy Jones instead, or Indy Jonesu, of course. And yeah, so at first I thought, that's very, very nice. That's very, very nice to include, a little handout card. And then look at the backside, and I feel like they stole the joy out of the gift. Let me show you the backside, my friends. It is an ad for Disney Plus. I was bamboozled. They took the beautiful, you get a gift for going to the movies, and turned it into an ad. And here's the thing, it's sold as being a coupon. It's not even a coupon. That rate at the bottom of 990 yen a month, or 9,900 yen for the year, that's the default rate. So, no gift I've gotten at the movies before has actually been a marketing opportunity, so consider me frankly outraged. Fleabum, you're absolutely right. Yeah, Indiana Jones is called Indy in the films, but usually the title, right, which is in that kind of yellow text there, is Indiana Jones and whatever. It's called Indy Jones here. The entire series name is that, so there you go. I actually really enjoyed the film. Many have said on the Saturday stream that it was not terribly well regarded. Many of you said that the reviews of Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny were kind of middling. So I went in with very, very low expectations and had a really great time. As many of you know, I tend to go into films with just, I'm going to fill some time and enjoy myself. And especially with a film like this, where it's obviously, a play on the pulp, the pulp comics, pulp detective stories of the 1930s, it is just a good time through and through and through. With that said, there are a couple elements that just seem like weird inclusions. This is very minor spoilers about technical stuff you might already know. Part of the movie is in the period of like the 30s, and so they have Harrison Ford playing a younger version of himself and using de-aging graphical technology. And it was a weird thing to see new content and new interactions with a much younger version of the man we know Harrison Ford is today. And the weirdest part of it was hearing relatively older man Harrison Ford voice in the mouth of younger Indiana Jones. But suspension of disbelief. I think it's absolutely awesome they can do that, and I hope this doesn't put younger actors out of work. But it was nice to see that young Harrison Ford Han Solo type for one more round. And it was a fun movie. And if you go into expecting fun, you'll get fun. Don't want to spoil too much about it, but there's some sections that delighted noms quite a bit. There's some characters who who were speaking in ancient Greek, in one case with a modern Greek accent, and in one case not saying any actual words, just making noises. So it's a funny thing going to the movies with a person who's a specialist in something that happens in the film. And it's not just like, oh, that's not how guns work, or oh, that's not how explosions work, but language instead. Big nerd time, that for sure. Blue Moon, you like the actor who plays the villain in this one? Yeah, it's Mads Mikkelsen. Is his name Mads Mikkelsen? I don't know how he pronounces his name, but I think he inevitably is playing evil people. I wonder what that is as an actor. Like, on the one hand, it can be delightful to have steady work, I'm sure. But what is it as an actor when you say, man, I only get to be the bad guy. No one ever roots for me. That's how it goes. In 40 years, all we'll ever see is deceased actors reprising their old roles. Yeah, I do wonder how that will go. As we now have thousands and thousands of hours of video of actors moving and standing and facial expressions and talking, will computer systems eventually be able to construct realistic enough presentations of actors doing things they never actually did before? And what does that mean? Like, on the one hand, sure, I'd love to see more acting performances from my favorite actors, my favorite actresses, but I also want to give people the opportunity to go and work in the movies or in stage shows. And I don't know. As always, like, technology is really cool, but like humans too, blah, 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 blah. How it goes. Maybe it's considered fun to play the bad guy? I guess so, Mechanist. And I can see why that would be. Like, I do enjoy being bad guy Resorti on stream occasionally and subjugating the neighbors in Stellaris, but I don't know. I think at the end of the day, I would get tired of it. Occasionally, I want to triumph at the end of the show as opposed to being struck down by the forces of good. Which to say, we need more movies that are tragedies. As I said before, I think the Avengers series lost its way, lost its courage by not ending in the penultimate film with that snap winning it all. Oh, it'd be good. Alright, I have something else to show you, and honestly and sincerely, I do not remember what it is. It's a photo. I took a photo of something for you. Oh, it's this thing. If you're on Discord, you already know this, but for various reasons, including like the Japanese yen to USD conversion rates, it's very difficult for us to get money into our at-home investment accounts for retirement. So we started a secondary investment account here in Japan to save for retirement in case we need to go back to the US eventually, blah, 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 blah. Now, in the US, I only have investment accounts where I could invest in American stocks. But here, I can invest in any stocks around the entire world. So I finally did it. And again, if you're on Discord, you already know this. I finally went ahead and bought stock in Paradox. So I look forward in the next tutorial video I make about a Paradox game, saying, I don't know, as a Twitch streamer and Paradox owner, allow me to offer my feedback. We didn't buy very much. I know actually nothing, about Paradox as a company other than I like it, and that the cost of the thing is about $25. Though it's 272 Swedish krona, it's $25 American, so it's totally fine to just throw some money there for the jokes primarily. Did you say? Did you think I said I bought some socks around Christmas time? It seems like a good Christmas time and Father's Day. It seemed like the right time to buy stocks in socks. But there you go. Maybe from now on we'll listen to the investor relationship calls. We'll hear the CEO of Paradox talk about the growth in their business. We'll talk about I don't know how well the investors expect various DLCs to go. I know basically nothing about business at all, even less so about video game business, except on the creator side over here. So it might be a complete waste of time, but it can be fun too. We'll see. Anyway, those are the two big things happened so far from the weekend. Let's go back to Big Resorty. Here we go. One other thing to share with you. Yes, this is also over on the Discord. And, Game Merchant, your only stock investment in Tesla and PayPal. Yeah. No, I've never invested in an independent stock. I'm a very conservative investor because it's primarily for our retirement, and so I put it in, like, stock market mutual funds, and that's fine. I don't know anything about anything. I just want to not have a job someday and just stream and hang out that way. It'd be good. I gotta put disclaimers in all Paradox streams about conflict of interest. Yeah, maybe from now on when I say, when I stream a Paradox game, I have to say, as a partial owner of Paradox, I'm not being paid for this. However, your buying this game will support my stock prices. Is it immoral to invest and not root for capitalism? I don't know. I think there's a good man, bad city problem when it comes to anything in the world of investment. And if we're going to root for companies in the world, I'm okay rooting for Paradox, because I do support their programs, and I support the kind of business atmosphere they seem to have from the outside. They seem to have a bunch of really cool people working for projects they care about, and some of the Paradox people I follow on Twitter. Another company I'm not sure I support, but that's how it goes. A lot of the Paradox people I follow over on Twitter talk about reading books for work and getting to research history, and it sounds like a very, very cool workplace. Now, maybe it's terrible in other ways, but who knows? Hello to you, Network Ghost. If I might have stocking enforcement to fix Stellaris, I mean, I think I'm going to become an activist investor and attempt to get them to bring Imperator back. The people have decided, by which I mean me. I've decided that we need more Imperator for sure. Civilian, hello my friend. How you doing today? Good to see you. Good to see everybody, for sure. Monstro, welcome back. Hope you're having a lovely, lovely day. Other thing to mention, and this is on Discord also, so sorry for spoiling the prizes. Yesterday, my university had a scrimmage, a competition between some of our students and students from Todai, the University of Tokyo, and my school won. And I'm very glad for that, because many of my Japanese students have a bit of an inferiority complex about not going to University of Tokyo, as that is the biggest and greatest of all the Japanese schools. It's the Harvard of Japan in some ways. And so I'm very, very proud of my students for winning. But it was a funny situation because they streamed their scrimmage on Twitch, and some students from the communications department came down and did shoutcasting just to practice, like, casting a live show. And their audio was so terrible, and their commentary was genuinely awful. And they talked about how hard streaming was, and I didn't say anything. I didn't get involved. I don't know how to offer suggestions or help without coming off as being like, here, youngsters, let me show you how this thing is done. But I'll probably send a note to the faculty member in charge of this whole thing saying, here, I can offer a little bit of help, maybe. That said, of course, our different game choices are substantially different, and I've only ever done game commentary in Rocket League, where I just repeatedly yelled my old name and said what I was doing, but it just struck me they weren't terribly serious about what they were doing. It was much more kind of like we're just hanging out and talking about whatever, back and forth, and they didn't seem to care about the game or the viewers or really just anything. So it's a kind of professionalization that's needed. It's a kind of I don't know, kind of awareness of the program. And so if they want to put out broadcasts, they should do it right. And that's my thought, at least. So it was a nice time, though. Very glad that my students won. Very glad that yeah, very glad that they have a little pride in themselves. Now, they were playing Valorant, which is a game I know very, very, very little about, and I don't particularly find it engaging to watch. So I was actually hoping the students doing the commentary would do well. But yeah, I was hoping they'd explain to me what was happening. So I had a lot of moments of the character yelling things. There are colors on the screen. What is this nonsense? That I think a effective casting team would have helped clarify in parts. So that's how it goes. Paul Harvey, I did casting for Rocket League. So there were 2 streams, maybe, I don't know, 5 years ago, where I played Rocket League. And I think I played 2-on-2 with some of the mods, maybe. And I decided the best way to commentate this game is like every other game that I play, which is to say I should just say the things I'm thinking. And so there's a YouTube video out there. If someone wants to find it and link it, I'd appreciate it. Of me commentating a Rocket League game, and it really is just me yelling my own name over and over again. Yeah, looking it up now, I appreciate it. Yeah, if you look up Resorty Rocket League, you'll probably find it. You found a 7-year-old video of me playing Dungeons and Dragons? Yeah, I've been around a long, long time. That's how it goes, and I don't know. There's some good stuff out there, though. Good stuff. I haven't made nearly as many clips recently, just because the games we play these days don't give over terribly well to clips. Because even when really like delightful things happen in Crusader Kings, they make no sense without here's the 3.5 hours of setup we have done to push this button. Hooray! We pushed the button. We get to read a screen now. Okay, that's done. So, yeah, games like Rocket League give over immediately to, oh, this really cool thing happened that's understandable entirely inside of its own context. The same with a lot of shooter games. You shoot the person and you're like, oh wow, I got the headshot, or whatever it is. But yeah, base builders, not so good for the hype, I'm afraid. Clipping's a hard job. Yeah, Fernandez, I know you do a great job with it. And I actually appreciate it quite a bit. Even though many of your clips have a cynical edge. Many of them are, look, Resorty screwed it up again. And then I cry and laugh. Okay. Resorty reaction stream to old videos when? Oh, ooh. I don't see it happening anytime soon. It seems very unlikely to me I'd want to do that. I'm okay watching them off stream. I'm okay talking about them, but when I listen to myself or watch myself off stream, it's fine. But the idea of having to express my reaction to watching myself, I would just cringe awkwardly the whole time, and that'd be, genuinely awful. That said, I've now been saving VODs over on the YouTube page for about a year now, and so soon enough we'll have years and years of Resorty content to go back and watch over. Can't wait. Alright friends, first ad break is coming presently. I'm all talked out. Let's go ahead and play a quick 3 minutes of good old... I almost said RimWorld, that's not right. Good old crossword. And on the other side of things, we will begin playing our Stellaris playthrough for today, and I'm pretty darn excited to see how that goes. So in the middle of stream, last time we just kind of stopped on the universal crossword. We'll try to finish it up real quick, and then see how it goes. The conscious watching itself. I might reveal myself as a Hegelian. Whoa. Absolute knowledge is the only business we trade in here. That's how it goes. Thank you all for linking the, the YouTube clip. It is a very, very silly one. And, Yeah, I'm probably a much younger man there. It's been about a year since I came back. It's true, Jim. Yeah, I've been streaming consistently since about May, June of last year. So very, very happy to have done that. All right, sacks for an emergency or go bags. That's good. Identify online. Identify, tag. You tag someone. Luxury division of Honda. Is Acura luxury? I don't know. Measuring stick's a ruler. So yeah, I guess Acura is a luxury vehicle. I think I had an Acura, didn't I? Wait, no, Honda. I had a Toyota Corolla. Corolla and Acura share some sounds. Resorted on a tie? I mean, Paul, it's only in the past probably 3 years I've done the jacket and tie thing. Back in the day, I would stream in like a t-shirt and a green hoodie. That's how it goes. 8-time Grammy winner who sang Sweet Love. I assume it's Anita somebody, but I really don't know who. Nowhere to be found. AWOL, absent will not leave. A parking structure is a garage. One might have a lobster on it. A bib. The Jets and the Sharks, they're gangs in West Side Story. I almost said in Gangs of New York. Oh shoot. Also, I just noticed that over the weekend, parts of the ceiling fell down. There are 2 other tiles on the ground. Is it echoier than usual? Did you notice anything, or is it the same as always? And my my noise-canceling foam pads are entirely a scam. Because I totally forgot to hang them back up. Oh well. Stretched one's neck. That's craned. Objectives. Probably aims, seems likely. What's the down here? Oh, the Trojan War poem. That's the Iliad. You do hear more echo. Okay. Pardon me briefly. I kept reading chat after muting the microphone, you know, like an idiot. Be right back. Alright. We'll see how this goes. The sticky stuff is not staying sticky. I don't know. Oh no, please stay up there. I need you to stay up there. I don't want to put you back up again. Alright, they're gonna fall on my head in a moment, and that's just how it's gonna go. Japanese writing system, kanji. Kanji? Is it Anita Baker, maybe? Here we go. Bee. We'll have to be a little echoey today, and I'll try to fix them later. Yeah, unfortunately, for whatever reason, the sticky material just stops sticking after a while. I don't know why. Like, these are not heavy at all. I need proper glue. Yeah, so I actually watched a video this weekend of a YouTuber from Tokyo who calls himself Paulo from Tokyo, and he just recently put together a new sound recording studio in an apartment in Tokyo. It's one that he does not own. And in part of it, the area he uses for recording the sound, he does have not quite this type, but a different kind of foam pad throughout. And so I'm considering sending him an email saying, hi, I also record in Tokyo and we're not competitors, I swear. Would you please tell me how you hung them up? Because it looks very sturdy. But as you know, you're not allowed to drill into the walls here or do anything to mar the wallpaper. So I just don't know. I don't know. Urge along is probably egg on. Oops. Probably egg on. Very good. And then we got change back to 0. Reset probably. Anita Baker. Anita Baker. You probably drilled into the walls. I guess that's the thing. I could go ahead and just drill into the walls, or just go ahead and use really heavy sticky tape that will definitely rip the wallpaper off, and then accept that it's the cost of doing business, and I will pay the fee when we move out. Maybe. Basketball and hockey venues are arenas, and like blue whales. I assume they're enormous. Good. All right, the ad break is over. The pausing is done. We'll get back to it in a while. Hello, beer lover. How's it going? Welcome. Let me go ahead and grab myself a jacket real quick, and then we'll do this. Can you drill into the wall and patch it later? Hello, my name is Resorty. Of the many skills I do not have, house repair might be one. I can do the basics. I can do the tiny little basics. But when it comes to like patching a hole in the wall, I'm not sure. In part because I'm not even sure if the walls are here. Now, my father has done construction his whole life, so I could probably talk to him on the phone, and he could tell me what could be done. Or I could probably find a YouTube video for it, but I'm not sure. Beer Lover asks, do I speak Japanese? That is the sound of uncertainty, my friend. That is the sound of, nope, I don't really speak Japanese. Do you recall the ceiling's also wallpaper? Yes, it is. Yeah, it's the wall in front of me, which is doing a good job of keeping its pads on, is just painted. The ceiling up there is a textured wallpaper, and that is the issue. Actually, I wonder, there's this sticky stuff that is plastic. And we hung the sticky plastic up when Sasha was around, because Sasha would attempt to scratch the wall occasionally while we were sleeping. And the sticky plastic stuff seems to stick pretty well to the textured wallpaper. I wonder if I were to use the sticky plastic stuff and then to the wall, and then the gluey stuff, whatever kind, to the sticky paper, if that would work. Now, the sticky paper has only ever been used on vertical walls. I've never tried it on horizontal ceilings, because despite Sasha's aerobatic qualities, she was unable to scratch the ceiling. Might be worth trying and see how it goes. Maybe a blob or two of hot glue. So I don't know much about hot glue. I think I used it as a child and burned myself. Would hot glue remove the wallpaper? Can hold up with strings. The issue would be where would I anchor the strings, I guess? Like, I can make a kind of like apparatus, I suppose. I could make a blanket fort around the streaming area. Maybe that would do it. Make a streaming nest. Yes. Or a bunk bed and just get inside the lower bunk. That would do it too. Yeah, I don't know. This will be the ongoing issue for the next couple of weeks. It'll keep me entertained, give me things to do, and gosh, what more does anyone want but that? So, I appreciate the help in diagnosing and prescribing solutions, because, I don't know, I've tried 3 or 4 different kind of tapes so far, and each one has been, like Amazon says, works great on wallpaper. And I suspect it's the case that it works great on wallpaper if it's in that vertical setup. The tiny tack nails will probably not be noticed. Yeah. What did I read? The Japan Life subreddit had a section of like people who live in apartments. What are your greatest tips and hacks? And one of them was because the walls are white, they make small tack holes to hang up pictures, and then when they move out, they fill them with toothpaste. Now, I love the idea of my landlord walking through here and saying, these Americans put the weirdest minty scents as incense. Hey, Blackpoint, is stapler not an option? I don't know. Like, this thing is fairly thick. I guess I could push the stapler up against it and then just whammo and hope for the best, but that feels a little uncontrolled to me. I've never been good with staplers. Now, a staple gun, that would surely do it. Need to get an air compressor, but I'll probably try it with very small push pins of some kind and see how that goes. But man, I don't think noms will like that. I think this is a place where if I use my autonomy to make the world what I want it to be, if I say, "Hi, honey, I've made it so the pads are never gonna fall down again," she will divorce me. she knows full well. I'll need to talk to her about it and see how it goes. Maybe dress pins. Oh, Fleabum, that's a very good point. Yeah, dress pins with a tiny little ball at the end with very, very long, thin pin. I see how that might work well, but I need to talk to noms before I do anything. I know the limitations of my freedom in this relationship. Hey, Nixum. Hey, Matt. You have a small cup of joint compound used to fill in tack and screw holes. Screw holes, rather. Oh, rather than filling them with toothpaste, you have an actual compound to use. Yeah. I mean, there are hardware stores. I'm sure I can get the things I need. It's just a matter of deciding what to do and then doing it. Because, man, if I've got to rehang these things every, I don't know, I think it was a week and a half ago, I last rehung all of them. Maybe gaffer's tape. So there are various kind of tapes offered here. Does gaffer's tape remove paint or no? Because I know there's painter's tape. I don't know if it's available only in the US, but painter's tape in the US at least is blue, and it's like a papery kind of tape that is used for covering over areas one does not want to paint. How does it distinguish from gaffers? Gaffers will ruin paint. Okay. The painter's tape is green or blue. Kia Ryan, that's a good idea. I may have looked for painter's tape before and not been able to find it. You work at a lumberyard that sells hardware? Oh boy. I appreciate you being here. If you're someone who has to sort that giant aisle with all the different nails and screws, I'm so sorry for you. Also, I'm sorry that someone like you has had to help me in the past, because I'm so useless in that aisle. Like, I know there are things I need to know, like, is this metric or imperial? Is it 2 millimeters or 3? Like, I don't know. So inevitably I end up buying like 5 or 6 different kinds of screws, and none of them are exactly right, but one of them will work well enough. Oh, I'm so bad in that aisle. My goodness. You don't think painter's tape would work on the ceiling? Oh, Smokey's your thought that it would be too heavy, maybe? I could apply a tremendous amount of painter's tape. We'll see. Just to avoid the headache, it might be worth doing. Anyway, folks, appreciate you being here. Painter's tape won't hold up the pad long term. Most things have popcorn ceiling texture. So mine don't. Okay, here we go. Okay. Welcome to Resorty decides to return to talking mode. I swear we're getting a game going in a moment, but I need your help in diagnosing the problem here. So, time to take a picture. Very good. Let me go ahead and send this to myself. Maybe today will not be a game stream or a reading stream. It'll instead be just a lovely home hardware stream. I think my father's busy fixing his house this weekend, or else he would be here and cheer me on. Also, I do worry that there are a number of people of my generation, namely various kinds of millennials, who rely far too much on their parents to know how to fix things and do things. And it's like, definitely when things break, I call my father and we talk about it, and it's nice. I think he enjoys helping in that way, but yeah. When he's gone, not sure what I'm gonna do. Alright, got the email here, good. Alright, we download this one, good. Alright, I'm gonna turn to this screen because it has images already. In this picture you will see all of the issues at play. So that's a bit of the ceiling there. And as you see, the ceiling is made up of these kind of like cross-hatched, is that the word for it? This kind of cross-hatch situation. And so what I've done is had this kind of like sticky plastic tape that's around the edges of each part here. Is it fabric sealing? No, it's I don't know what you'd call it. I don't know what you'd call it exactly, but it feels hard. But it's overlays of very small raised texturing. So on the outside, it's kind of like sticky plastic tape. And then the middle section you see are some like 3M grabbers. And I'm amazed that the 3M ones are not sufficiently strong to hold on to it. Because I believed it was the case that that 3Ms were like the mightiest of all holders. The sticky tape won't hurt when the wake is not tangential to the surface. Curses! Defeated by math and physics again. A lot of you are saying maybe try the nails. Okay, so the issue might be the foam losing the adhesion rather. Oh, so I can do anything I want to the foam. You're right. So I could just like hammer some cardboard to this with nails or staples, whatever, and then maybe the sticky stuff, adhesive, would work well with paper instead. That's a good point. That's a very good point, because it is hanging onto the ceiling just fine. Ah, look, friends, we're doing science. Or maybe glue the foam to cardboard. Yeah, that'd work fine too. Adds extra weight though. You're right. Hot glue to the foam. Is hot glue good with foam because it gets into the crevices and so on? I know words like crevice. All right, this is good. This is a very good idea. So there's actually a crafting shop not too far away from here, and the crafting shop will probably have all the things we need. This is good. Collective problem solving. That's right. I know occasionally I'm in other streams and they say, "Help, help! I'm having a philosophy-related emergency," and I say, "Oh, I got things. We'll see. Don't get a concussion." See, this is the issue. This is going to be even heavier. You all are encouraging me to put metal nails and pieces of heavy cardboard onto these foam. So when it falls next time, it's not going to bounce off hilariously. It's going to hit me in the head, and I'll pass out, and then where will you be? Watching an empty screen. But very good thoughts. Thank you so much for the thinking there. I'm excited. That said, I don't know the Japanese words for hot glue. I mean, I know the word for hot, and I could probably just say glue. No, I can't say glue. That's upsetting. I'll have to ask Noms what it is, or look it up myself, but... Oh, I have to get like a hot glue gun then? Where are we going to store that? This is the problem. We have a very, very small amount of storage here. Maybe brad nails instead. Very, very small head of the nail. Okay. Just do normal glue, like Elmer's glue? Maybe. I don't think we have that though. Do we have anything? We have staples. That's all we have here, I believe. But all right. Rent one. Rent a hot glue gun. It's not a bad idea. I don't know if those are rented here. That said, the university has a theater program, and I know that students occasionally sneak in to use their sewing machine on their own clothing. If they have a hot glue gun, I could probably ask the theater professor if I could use their hot glue gun. I like how you think. Will the glue melt the tile material? So, like I said, it's fairly thick. As long as it doesn't melt all the way through, that's fine. But yeah, I don't know what the melting temperature of foam is. Friends, is it time to play Oxygen Not Included and figure out what's going to melt where? We'll see. Misappropriation of university equipment. Quiet, you. Tell no one. I'm actually pretty good at not stealing, utilizing pens from the school outside of the office, but paper occasionally might go disappearing. I swear it's all for the greater good of student education. I swear. I used to have a garage full of tools. I did actually. And now I live in a house that's smaller than our garage was. Like, that's right, our entire home is the size of our garage in the US. All right. You also got some great ideas. I like it. Looking closer, you think it really is fabric. Huh. I don't know enough about wallpaper. I can zoom in like as much as possible, but I don't think we can identify what it is, but we can keep going if it would help with the diagnosis of is it fabric or is it not, but zoom, enhance, show me the electrons. Wallpaper glue? Is there such a thing? See, unfortunately, this is the kind of conversation I can't have in Japanese. There's just too much vocabulary and too many questions. But all right, let me write down... Oh gosh, no one's gonna come soon. Oh boy. Let me write down wallpaper glue. I may be able to find it on Amazon.co.jp. So wallpaper glue, question mark, metal brads, Question mark? Like fabric with hardening adhesive applied to it. Huh. I would have never known. Fabric. That actually might explain why my cat Sasha enjoyed scratching it. Because she never scratches the wallpaper in the US. But because it's textured and maybe fabricy, it might explain why she does that. Who knows? Who knows? Wallpaper glue maybe goes on the inside instead. I have no idea. Okay, thank you for the help. Thank you for teaching me things I did not know before. This was delightful. I did not expect to have this conversation today, but I'm glad I did. So, we'll have to find other problems around the house that you all can help me with. That will be absolutely lovely. But I do want to get back to our game, and that's going to be a real good time. There's a magnet thing to try? Wait, 1 second. Try the magnet thing. Wait, what magnet thing? Magnet. I'm scrolling back up to the past bit of chat. I'm not seeing anything about a magnet. Is this a joke about, like, magnets, how do they work? Oh, it might have a metal stud ceiling. Oh, yeah. This building was built after 1980, and so it is the case that it's earthquake-proof. Maybe it's 87. There's some year at which they began building out of earthquake-proof material, and so many buildings built after that are built out of metal. There are some wood frame ones still, but in this part of Tokyo, it probably is all metal. So, if it is indeed magnetic. Pardon me briefly. I'm gonna run upstairs to the refrigerator and grab myself a magnet. I think we only have those very thin advertising magnets. Is that true? Back in 30 seconds. We're doing science, friends. We're doing science. Oh goodness. Okay, hello. Hello. I recognize, of course, that occasionally people say, Resorty, when it's this way, we're not playing games, why are you not over in just chatting? I apologize. We're staying in Stellaris, though. I brought you 3 magnets to show off of 3 different strengths. So we're going to Big Resorty again. Very good, very good. And so magnet number 1. This is the Nebraska. It's not for everyone. Oh, sorry. Honestly, it's not for everyone. This is an actual tourism slogan of the state of Nebraska. I feel so unbelievably sad that that someone has to do the work of advertising come visit Nebraska, because there's not a lot to encourage. So I brought the weaker magnets heading towards the stronger, just to have more show and tell time. So we're doing this first just to show 3 magnets. So I'm gonna try it. We'll see what happens. So it's up, it's on, and oh, boo! Number 1 did not work, unfortunately. Nebraska, not for everyone, including that ceiling. All right, number 2, I have a set of finger puppets. I have a set of finger puppets of different great thinkers. This one here is Leon Trotsky. Hello, Leon Trotsky. How are you today? Are you trying to avoid any ice picks to the back of the head? I think you are. Upstairs is also Nelson Mandela and a whole host of other thinkers. Do I use them in class? I haven't yet, but maybe I should. I've actually never shown these on stream, have I? We have 10 or 15 of them. That said, and I should not admit to this, if you want to have these yourself, they're put out by a company called the Unemployed Philosophers Guild. That's why. Alright, so we're going to try and see if this one, which is slightly stronger, will stick to the ceiling. Actually, the wall is the same material. I could use the wall. I think it's much more exciting, though, to put it up there. Unemployed or dead? No. Unemployed Philosophers Guild. I believe it was actually started by a group of flossy PhDs who couldn't find professorships and so made nerdy toys instead. Pardon me briefly. Number 2. 1, 2, 3. Oh, unfortunately, Leon Trotsky fell to his death this time. And then the last set of mags I have, and this one is the beefiest, the thickest. It's not an amazing magnet, but it's an amazing style of magnet. So Noms has a whole series of Cool Guy Food. Cool Guy Food has, well, just like this, of course. So here is, yes, Cool Guy Food. And I don't know why we use these, but Noms loves them so much, and so we do. There's one that's an ice cream that is eating an ice cream. It's great. I might just scrub it around a bit to find a stud. I mean, I'm old enough to be a father, so you know this is coming. Oh, where's my stud finder? Beep, 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 beep. Okay, very good. I'm not gonna be able to do too much here, unfortunately. So I'll try 1 or 2 spots, and if it doesn't work, I'll go buy a stud finder or something. Be right back. Let's see. His lap position didn't work at all. Over here. No, I think unfortunately it's non-magnetic up there. Or at least it didn't find the right spot. Yeah, looking like no, unfortunately. So either the magnets are too weak. I do have... In my office at school, there's some school resources that are magnets. So I may liberate some of those just to try and see what happens. I'll bring them back, I promise. But if not, we'll have to do something involving small tacks, maybe. But gotta talk to Noms and see what she thinks first. Jim, thank you so much for the 100 bits for the fair and expected comment. Absolutely. I know my responsibilities here when it comes to humor. I can definitely do that. Could also be using aluminum nails. I don't know. Nitty-gut, oh boy. Welcome to reading science words. Neodymium magnets, they're cheap and strong. But I don't want to buy things I don't need. This is what it comes to for me. I don't want to buy things that are not going to work. So I think I'd prefer to just put some, like, cardboard here and stick it up there with working there. I understand, like, the desire to use the fancy science solution, but brute force solutions will work fine here. Alright. Wolfman, good seeing you. It's a riveting Stellaris playthrough so far. I've enjoyed it too. We found an anomaly, and we've been researching to try to understand the anomaly. The anomaly of why are all the ceiling tiles falling? It's very strange. Someday our science authors will have a fuller understanding. Alright, friends, we've been blathering on for an hour now about this, that, and the other thing. It is time to lock in and get to our game here. Before I glue it, I could try a cardboard piece to see if it'll stick. That's a great point. That's an absolutely great point. I have some cardboard upstairs in the recycling pile. No. I'm not going upstairs to get more things. But after stream, before I leave for today, I will get some cardboard and jam it up there, just to see what happens. And if it stays there between when I leave and when I come back, we'll say it's worth trying at a fuller level. So that'll be good. We'll see. Hey, Dougster, good seeing you for sure. Oh, goodness. All right, friends, we're loading our game. We're seeing how this goes. And, yeah, this has been a really fun playthrough. Until yesterday, not true. Until Saturday, we had not found any other empires at all. And then we began finding them very, very slowly, but they're ours anyway. Jay Slow, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you for tolerating me, I suppose. Alright, here is Rocktopia. Here is us. Through and through and through. And we found over here some people calling themselves the Selimi Compact. And they're mushroom people. And also I forgot to put on the Stellaris music. My apologies. Let me put the piano music away and move instead to the sound of the void. Good. So yeah, they're mushroom people. They're truly disgusting looking. They just want to be left alone. Unfortunately, my rock people do not understand what this means. And so we will be attempting to vassalize them straight away. Now, with that said, they are pathetic and inferior. So if we can get close enough, and we are not that far away, they'll probably vassalize pretty quickly. Though, they're currently in a war against someone we do not know, trying to be vassalized, or trying to be made to vassalize. And so someone else might get there first, we'll see. Hello, Cajun Killa. What's in class this week? So there's an exam on Friday. This is the part of the semester we call the Who Gets Left Out part. And so on Monday, today, we're talking about Mary Wollstonecraft, the early proto-feminist thinker who talks about the way in which social roles develop in society, and how people come to think of themselves as worthy of inclusion in decision-making or not. And then on Wednesday, we're doing a quick little engagement with Martin Luther King Jr.'s letter from a Birmingham jail. Because many students will say, sure, there are problems in the world, but they're not my problems. And King, of course, argues that, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. And so we talk, we think, and then Friday an exam, and it's going by way, way too quickly. My apologies to all of the students. So, there we go. This thing, our lovely relic, is the absolutely gigantic Warforge. A decision we made last time is we're gradually shifting our economy more and more away from producing alloys to instead producing consumer goods, because with the forge we can make so many alloys so quickly. And every time you use it, it's more expensive, but also gives you more output. So I think if we're producing almost no alloys, we'll be fine. That said, we are building up our fleet right now. Unfortunately, our admiral cap is still 30, and so we have to have many, many, many fleets to hold all of our different ships, and we're working on that. Blue Moon, you have a great book about Mary Shelley and Mary Wollstonecraft. Yeah, I'd love to know about that. I'd love to know what book that is. If you want to recommend it here, that's awesome. Or over on the book club channel on Discord. Either way, always happy to have book recommendations, even though my current book stack is way, way, way too large. Trying to remember what else I was trying to do. Oh, yeah, the piracy thing. So if you weren't here last time, here's the most unfortunate thing to happen in this playthrough so far. This is our God Empress. She has been running the show since the start of the playthrough. She's 109 years old, expected life expectancy of 305 years. So she should be our God Queen for the entire playthrough. That said, she had a bad day, and as a result she became a warmonger. And warmonger does nothing nice at all, except give negative 20 trade protection everywhere. So, absolutely all of our little systems there do not have good trade protection, and so piracy is a problem. I believe we're in the process of researching hangar bays, which are starbase add-ons that allow you to send out small ships to protect trade. We will build those soon, but this is very annoying. And if I ever find a way to remove a negative trait, I know what I'm going for. Also, if you weren't here last time, you won't know that we found our first renowned paragon of this game. And it is an amazingly cool paragon, one I've never seen previously, where this character gives a bonus to population growth by being on the council. Also, people are cheaper to keep around, and also they're immortal. So it's an amazing governor who will help us build our population more and more, because that's the number one issue right now, that many of my little planets are not populated well enough. It's going slowly. Instead of fleet of patrol to suppress piracy, we've done some of that. And so I have a fleet flying from here up to here and back and forth. It's not enough yet. Now, I don't know if, let's see, to reduce piracy, have your fleets patrol the system. Smaller ships have higher pirate suppression value. So we have only one ship in the fleet that's going back and forth. It is the Fallen Stratum. This is our special ship that can't join another fleet. And maybe I should add some more eventually one. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. But I trust it'll get resolved eventually. Let's see where else in the Empire, so-called, there's piracy. Yeah, out here also. And so I guess I want to send a ship this way. Now, that said, I think I have a trade hub here. And I think this trade hub is going to be having something involving... Yeah, it's going to have a hangar bay once that's finished being researched, which I think, again, like I said, is being done right now. Yep, down here. So soon we'll start making those, and that'll protect the trade I hope and intend we'll see. Should one individual ship be called a fleet? I mean, it's a fleet by courtesy. It moves fleetly, at least. We just recently finished unlocking the upgrade to the Tocthony monument. So we'll keep on pushing those all the way through. See how it goes. Hey, Greystroke, we did find others in the universe. Just one so far, but they're engaged with wars with someone else. So I'm guessing there's someone here also. And these are marauders who will attack us eventually. But there's probably one more party here, and then the other two are most likely over here. And I'm saying 2 because we set a randomize on how many other empires there, and 4 is the low roll. And so I think we got that low roll. We're currently knocking out supremacy, so we're better in fighting whenever we decide to dominate someone. So ship fire rate goes up, or get larger fleet command limit. That will help us so much right now. So very pleased to have that. As you see, it's only 40 months right now for us to get another unlock. That's because our main planet is so full of administration. It will become even more so fairly soon. It also has this bonus of a Shroudwalker teacher here, giving 10% more unity, and we've done a lot of things here to increase unity. It's currently producing 240 a month. Hope that continues. This one research building here we will change out very soon. Probably the same thing with the Hollow Theater for just more administration buildings. We become a bureaucracy through and through. That's how it goes. Continue upgrading anything we can. Only 5 open jobs there. Anyone who has fewer than 5 open jobs, I intend to build some more work if we can. But 11 there. 4, haha, very good. Okay, so this planet is the mining world because of bonus from mining all the way. So we'll build a few more of those. Sehr gut. And then after gas comes the moist planet. 16 open jobs. Oh, goodness. And 4. Very good. They're currently building more industries, more industrial districts. Love to see that. 4 also. Be right with you. So this is... I'm trying to remember. There's some planet I want to use for... Okay. There's some planet I want to use for energy. It's not this planet. This gives a little bonus to research, so I kind of want this to be a research planet. But we'll be upgrading this after this. So 2 more workers we can upgrade to the administrative center, or whatever it's called, and then get a new slot that we'll use for more research probably. We have 2 research planets currently coming online. Recently we found a giant mushroom that we call the Fumungus. And we've been finding other spores from it around the galaxy and plugging the spores into the Fumungus. Let's see how that went. Grafting the mutated spores onto the existing mushroom was a feat of bioengineering. With the help of archives detailing the genetic alterations already made on the Fumungus, our scientists managed to further alter it without compromising its efficiency. The results were spectacular, and in a matter of months, the mushrooms had grown 10-fold. This in turn increased the need for water to supply them, but the nearby frozen asteroids hold enough. keep them hydrated for centuries, if not millennia. With bigger mushrooms came a better network, and after some upgrades to the computing equipment, we're now once again ready to listen to what our spores have to say. I worry if we keep adding more and more and more to the Fumungus, eventually the water will run out, and then the mushrooms will die, or will try to attack us to suck the water out of our little bodies. That said, it's not possible to get water from a stone. Blood from a stone, whatever. Hey, okay display, I did have a good weekend. Hopefully your weekend is going well as well. We have one researcher who's been bouncing through archaeology site after archaeology site. Here's the one we're currently working on. While clearing away rubble and rocks, a peculiar discovery was made. An alien tool that most closely resembled a common pickaxe was found crushed between craggy rocks. If the mining technology retained by previous diggers was on par with that type of equipment, the previous digging of the shaft, a shaft hundreds of meters deep, shows a remarkable commitment. So pickaxe dug down, 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 making a elevator a la Terraria. What is it in the depth that's worthy of an excursion? Keep digging. Find what you can. Last couple planets, 6 opening, 10 opening, 12 opening. This is the big research planet. Super excited to continue building this one up. And then also, the current aim, which is slow going because of where everything is to get to this planet here, which is a size 25 relic world. So much research, your head's gonna spin. Cannot wait for that. Gonna be amazing. Alright, so this fleet is filling up nicely. As you see, we're now at 30 out of 50 on our prior fleets, so I can't exactly combine them without going over cap. So let's start building more and more and more ships into these. I believe we're still at just corvettes, destroyers, and frigates. Yep, so I had a couple more frigates too. I don't know. I never have a really good idea of how many of what kind of ship I should put in, so let's throw a little bit of everything and hope for the best. Manage to do different kinds of specialization, and I know many of you do good work to set up all kinds of different ship inventories. I know there's a word for that. Ship inventory is not it, but many of you try very hard to pick like the best kind of weapons for who you're fighting, and I almost never do that kind of thing. And I just like smashing the ships into each other and hoping for the best. We need 4 more alloys. Oh, I finally burned down to no alloys. So this is a good time then to use our relic. Which is in technology? No. Which is in society management? Yes. Push the button. So 6,000 minerals go away, 3,000 alloys come in. We need to have Unity for that though. I spent all of my Unity on upgrading a tradition. So soon we'll use that, and that'll be just fine. You only carefully pick weapons when fighting the endgame crisis. That makes a lot of sense. Also, I believe the endgame crisis is allowed to begin starting at 2,300, where it's currently 2,278. So we'll see. So we'll see if they come get us. Alright, first contact event. This was the Kai aliens. It's a particulate cloud bristling with a powerful unknown charge. There's no origin or business exhibiting simple reflexive actions, let alone movement with purpose, and yet it does. There's something undeniably ominous about the hazy subject of the relayed video feeds. Perhaps there are things in the universe we should not tangle with. So we found an energy ball. Can we speak with it? Seems like no. We have a cloud study situation then. For 2,000 research, 8 months, let's learn about the Void Cloud. Also, a message from our good friends at the Artists Guild. Abandoned the attempts to create scent-centered media. Scent-centered. The foolish idea brought nothing but wasted time. They need money to continue building up. We'll do that. Can we still become the crisis? Yeah, there is there's a ascension perk called Become the Crisis. I do not know what it does. I'm intending at some point to push the button, but not quite yet by any means. Heat from below. After probing beneath the surface of somewhere, we've concluded the unusual heat signatures on Python 2. What's the word with py that means fire? Pyro. Yeah. Are caused by hydrothermal springs. There seems to be more to the planet that meets the eye. Is it a transformer planet? Oh boy. It's a subterranean ocean modifier added there, or just give me a bunch of Unity. So I don't know what subterranean ocean does, and I don't think in Stellaris there's a way to mouse over it, so I'm going to go ahead and accept the subterranean ocean just to learn about what it does. Let's find out.
Accretion complete.
So Pythium 2? I thought it was called 2. Maybe it was 1B. Nope. Oh wow, Chthonian planets. This planet was once a gas giant, but its proximity to its stars burned away its atmosphere. All that remains now is a super dense and mineral-rich metallic core. Wow! Fire. Next door. That's 1C. Is this 2 here? Yeah, it's a frozen world. A large ocean heated by hydrothermal vents, hidden beneath the ice mantle of the world. It's teeming with life, and much can be learned by studying these unique organisms. So maybe if we terraform this place? Maybe not. I don't know how that works. We can't live there. But I wonder if this gives a bonus to society research or something else possibly. We'll see. Push the button. Boop. Great. Closer and closer to our relic planets. Out this way we do see there's trade. Wow. 2 nice trade areas right next to each other. And then some trade out this way also. So I may be able to have one trade collector that covers all of this. Possibly. Continued exploration by the crew of the ROK, or Rock, scan has revealed that hot water coming from deep within the planet's crust is teeming with microscopic life. This is the underwater or underground ocean we found. What we once thought to be an empty frozen planet actually contains a thriving underwater biosphere. Fascinating. Society research now, and then I wonder if the modifier to the planet has anything different on it now. It was in Pythia. That's the name of the Oracle of Delphi, the Pythia. There it is, Python. 2 is here. And the modifier, nope, says nothing new yet. But we learned a little bit of society research anyway just by going there. Okay, build. And why is my science ship just sitting here? There's research we can do. Let's go do that straight away. Also, we finished with some archaeology. Finally reaching the bottom of the dig, the cause of the anomaly reading was unveiled. An old tomb. We're digging into old tombs, old graves. Tut. Likely to be a burial ground for some ancient ruler. There wasn't enough time to investigate further. Moments after entering the mausoleum, some ancient but powerful trap activated. It triggered a local earthquake, making the shaft quickly lose structural integrity and start to collapse. Narrowly, fatal damage to the expedition was avoided. The shaft is once more full of loose rocks and boulders. Let dead kings lie. So I guess we failed that outcome there. And I'm surprised we're not allowed to dig it out again. Like, we have nothing but funding for archaeology. I'd be delighted to see it happening, but at least we know how to improve tomb worlds a little bit more. Alright, so next archaeological station for us, the Ruined World. An entire planet covered in vast structures. I believe that's... well, where is it? Yeah, it's here, so we can't do that quite yet. The strange asteroid. This one is not our territory either. And how about any other rock? You are also not inside of our territory, it seems. So all the archaeology is one. I may have actually selected the same one twice. Let me check out again. Okay, the Ruined World and Any Other Rock are both actually in the same system? Really? I don't know. I don't know. But for now, the science ship, I'm just going to send down this way to help with scanning and such. Maybe we'll have to go sit here until the construction ship gets there. It's not that much more to go. Speaking of construction ships, ooh-wee, ooh-wee, ooh-wee. We've finally gotten almost everything up this way. Still a little bit more to go, but getting closer and closer on that. And is someone building this way also? Kind of. So after this research is done here, we'll move this science ship up this way to hopefully rush us along to a place to invade the neighbors. Alright, next engineering research. Mega engineering someday. Ceramo metals are very, very cheap, very, very quick. We'll do that. And then this ship here, construction-wise, could build up something, but we'll go back and grab the artifact here. How are our artifact piles looking currently? Yep, what we can do right now is museum exhibits. The one place I would want to do that is on the Capitol. But I don't know if they already have museums going.
Special project complete.
One moment. They already have this one going. Yeah, it's right there. So it's for 5 years' time. Eventually. The void has been unclouded. The void clouds are, as far as us seeing researchers can tell, among the oldest entities in the universe. They seem to have originated just a scant few billion years after matter as we know it first appeared. I love that, a scant few billion years. The scale of human time is just ridiculously short, isn't it? Tremendous forces, the young cosmos making something out of nothing. Oh, look here, you. Look here, you. My powers of reason and understanding are in conflict. I feel like I found an antinomy of pure reason. They would have been stars once, but we're not. What does that even mean? What does that mean? Explaining their apparent animal intelligence is more difficult, but the answer might lie in the abnormally strong electromagnetic fields that keep them together, another product of their primordial beginnings. It is not inconceivable that given enough time, the circulation of its strange stardust and gravitic fields align in a flexible approximation of neural pathways. Over a very long time and enough randomness, who knows what you'll get. Moreover, the clouds seem to be receiving impulses from one another, if not outright communicating, light years apart. Quantum entanglement is suspected to play a role in this phenomenon. What I want more than anything in the world is for Stellaris sci-fi writers to have guessed how quantum entanglement works in some event pop-up, and to have been right about it. And someday the scientists will say, oh, how did those Stellaris people know? Is Paradox teamed by aliens giving us advanced knowledge? We should probably go buy some Paradox stock. Something like that, possibly. Celsius Bob, thank you for the generous follow. Hope you're having a good day. Celsius Bob, I'm Fahrenheit Resorty. Alright, so we could say the clouds cannot stand their way. We can try to destroy them, or humbling. More physics research all the way through. So this is a weird case where our roleplay pulls in both directions. So on the one hand, we are rock smash. On the other hand, we've been unified around trying to research more. Rocks are never humbled though, so lithoid smash.
Anomaly found.
Zergut. Make good upgrades. Population 10, very good. And the next upgrade's at 25. Alright, and then this place is indeed Research Planet. So we add more research. There it is. I look forward to eventually moving my science ships over to help with research. It's always a nice transition moment in the game. You've seen all there is to see, now it's a matter of learning what you can. Grimacing. Have any of you tried the Grimace shake from McDonald's? We don't have them here in Japan, but I've been seeing pictures of them online. These purple shakes, and I have no idea what they're made out of. When I see purple, I tend to think like blueberry or is acai purple? Taro often uses purple also. Anyway, the very geological structure of Seoul 2 is indeed in flux, driven by what the science author Wise assures us a tectonic process as fascinating as it is esoteric. What's of more interest to the us is that we may be able to strategically halt the planet's ceaselessness, chaotic self-transformation. In short, a near-instant stabilization of the planet into something slightly, if not entirely, more habitable is theoretically possible. Wise estimates for the low cost of 200 energy credits. We can send power through a mapping of planetary activity and determine the validity of what the science authors termed a surgical terraforming strike. Actual terraforming is beyond our grasp, so this is an exciting opportunity. We can science it and see what's what, or we can engage in applied science. Spend energy credits to attempt to stabilize the planet in a favorable state with a 50% chance of success. Where is Seoul 2? Because I don't want to just blow up a random planet, but if it does in fact have like nice features, maybe we should hold off on trying to terraform it until we know how terraforming works. Seoul. There you are. Seoul 2. That's 3A. The Grimace Shake is raspberry and blueberry flavor. That sounds delicious. I used to have raspberry and blueberry smoothies for breakfast a lot, back when I didn't eat garbage for breakfast. Alright, the barren world. We know nothing about it whatsoever. There's no size indicator. I believe in science. Let's go. 200 credits, flipping a coin. Best of luck. Have I seen memes? I don't want to look at that, it upsets me. Have I seen memes about the Grimace Shakes? I mean, I'm not a meme master by any means. I think I saw that like Grimace Shakes kill people or something. I don't go in for that kind of humor usually, but yes, I have seen those memes. Hey Jester, we already know how quantum mechanics function, we don't know how to scale it. I don't know enough about quantum anything. I have a book upstairs, that's sort of like quantum physics for beginners, written by the science editor for Nature, I think, something like that. And I haven't gotten to that book yet. I look forward to reading it soon though, because I want to begin to understand the very outer edge of contemporary science. Unfortunately, we did a terrible job bombarding the planet into happiness, and so maybe in a few centuries we can try again. I'm a little dismayed that we didn't get any experience points for bombarding the planet. Like, it'd be hilarious if my scientist got some Admiral science points for bombarding a planet. Hey, here comes some lovely traders with their cute little mouths and 4 eyes. What you got? The Trium brand food storage containers. So decrease pop food upkeep. Now, I know that our lithoids eat minerals as food. I wonder if this counts as reducing the need for minerals also. That said, we're going like gangbusters on minerals, so I'm gonna say no thank you, maybe next time. Alright friends, we've been gaming for about an hour now, and so it's time for a little break, a little ad break. 3 minutes of ads, then we'll be back to our game. While the ads run, we'll do some crossword puzzle, and that'll be a lovely time. Thank you for hanging out, thank you for watching good old advertisements or subscribing or whatever you do. Thanks for being here with me today. It's a lovely Monday morning, getting my week started right, and hopefully that will continue. A Yankee who hit 62 home runs in 2022. Aaron somebody. I don't follow American baseball that much anymore, except for holy cow, a perfect game a few days ago. That's insanely cool. Down is rave VIPs. Sort of say that's DJs. Is it Aaron Judd? No. Aaron Judas. Possibly that seems right. 48 down garnish. 48 down we have not gotten to yet. Oh, I see. So it's actually where we are right now. The cross is mint and the down is mojito, I believe. Mojita? Oh, I believe. Scratchy voice is one's rasp. First Bond film. I guess it was Dr. No. I had no idea that came first. Becomes less agitated. Calms. A former Apple CEO who could aptly supervise 19, 28, and 46 across based on his and their last names. Okay, so Dean, Baker, whatever this is. I mean, clearly it's Steve Jobs, because it's Jobs, and Dean and Baker are both, Jobs. This is a very dumb answer. Aptly supervise those. And so it'll be Aaron's some name. It's a job. Judge probably is a job. It starts with that. So Merv here is Jeopardy creator Griffin. Oh, speaking of American game shows, I saw that Pat Sajak is retiring, the longtime host of Wheel of Fortune. And I understand that they are going to be hiring Ryan Seacrest instead. I don't know much about him, but I know he was popular with the entertainment set for a while there. Expand as a business. I was going to say possibly upsell, but that's not quite right. Expand as a business, I think of unlock, that's right. Open additional stores. Unlock a second location. Not sure. We'll do some across and see what we got. The Buckeye Estate. That's OH-IO. Actress Sorvino, I believe is Mina Sorvino. Blank Noir. I was going to say film noir, but with 5 letters, I'm not quite sure. Pinot Noir instead seems very likely. Prefix menu. We're going to one of those in a couple of weeks. Nam's won a gift certificate to a Michelin-starred place here in Tokyo. Excited to try it. Hey, Dead Noob, thanks for the follow. We'll be back to the video games very, very soon. Color of Elmar, the sea. It's blue. I assume that's Spanish. It's really agua. Wolf down. 8 up, likely. Though STP had better be a brand of additive and fuel. Motor oil maker. Good. They're trained in CPR. EMTs. Shirts launched from a cannon. Those are T's. And lastly, in need of directions. Hopefully lost is right. Okay. The errors right here. Important things are big deals. So, a ghoul. Nope. Alright. Something else is incorrect somewhere. And I'm not sure I'm able to find it easily. Give me just 1 second to... A ghoul? It can't be a ghoul. Is that a word? Is that a word? It's gotta be agua. Okay, big deals is a ghoul. I don't know that word at all. There's a Z somewhere? Z. Did I put a Z somewhere? Blue. I put blue in. Let me run through the downs. It's right here. So yoga needs a mat. That's good. Expands a business is upsize. Azure. Well, that didn't do it either. Azul. Uh-oh. Factual. True. There we go. All right, look here, dudes. Look here. Oh, wrong side. I'll ask for help when I want help, my friends. Give me a little bit of time to figure it out. Let me have my problematically bad Spanish. We found it. Don't you worry. Yeah, I just didn't get to the downs yet. I was feeling overly confident on the crosses, but good. Ad break's over. Appreciate you hanging out. Done with one crossword. We'll do another one after a while, I suspect. Alright, I promise I can't figure it out. I will always ask for help. Just give me a little time. Let me stumble around in my blind darkness. That's good. You were seeing going, I grew up in southern New Mexico. This is painful. I think there's a time-honored tradition here of yelling at the screen while I'm incorrect. And that's good. I'm glad I give people a topic to focus their anger on. The White Hell. Despite the seemingly frozen surface of Trimus 9, the planet's orbital path around Trimus leaves it blistering at several hundred degrees. Under normal circumstances, this would sublimate the ice on Trimus 9's surface. However, extreme gravitational pressure exerted by the planet's ultra-dense core keeps the water in a solid state, resulting in a planet of fiery hot ice. I don't know enough about physics to know if this is in fact possible, but cool. Is there anything I know about the relationship between pressure and temperature? I know that you have to assume, like, standard temperature and pressure to do science stuff, but yeah, I have no idea. So high pressure causes water to be solid, despite it being very hot. Cool. Cool. I mean, you guys, curiouser and curiouser. That's what's happening here. Secret Heart. While unremarkable on the surface, the SSD NY1K asteroid has a hollow core lined with industrial valuable crystals, like a gigantic geode hung in the stars. With special instructions prepared by the science officer, any future mining platform can harvest these crystals from the interior of the asteroid. Fancy! We got some more rare crystals. Hey Grimhawk, pressure increase makes heat. So that event is exactly backwards then? Because I think it was saying that because of the high pressure, the ice was staying frozen, despite the fact that the surface was very hot.
Accretion complete.
I have no idea. I'm willing to accept sci-fi nonsense, of course. Everybody loves sci-fi nonsense. 42 years and 3 days. A closer scan of the debris field around Seoul 5 has led to the discovery of an airtight capsule containing an atomic clock that measures time with unparalleled precision. It has a frequency uncertainty so low that it'll be another 879 million years before it gains a single second, and it's counting down to a date 42 years and 3 days away. The capsule holds no clues as to what the date signifies or who the owners are. It seems that someone out there has lost track of time. Anytime I read an event like this, I assume it's a reference to some sci-fi property I don't know. We could just keep an eye on it, learning about a bunch of engineering, or it's a bomb, destroy it. The capsule's full of innocent-looking wires, any one of which could be rigged to set off a weapon of mass destruction, so potent it would wipe out the entire galaxy. The crew snips it all. So instead it's going to be 879 million years per second. A very, very, very long time before it hits zero. As such, I will accept the danger for our children's, etc. And they will understand that it was a necessary sacrifice we all made. Mostly them. I'm maybe backwards. Okay, Grimhawk. I appreciate you helping me understand the difference between sci-fi logic and the physics. Back to the scanning. What's this? Oh, that's a trade fleet, the Orlin Memorial Caravan. And we've now learned how to remove some tile blockers, of which we have 3 around our world. I look forward to removing those presently. And then, gosh, we have a lot of stuff to research here. So we could improve Tomb World habitability. Our relic planet is a relic world. A relic world is not a tomb world. So we don't need to terraform that at all. I don't know of any tomb worlds we really want nearby, so I'm going to ignore that. And I don't know. Go ahead and increase ship build speed, because we're always building more ships. Always. Okay. Hey, Avatar, how's it going, my friend? Hope you're having a very good day today. Thanks for hanging out with us. 20 destroyers. And the remainder in corvettes. Tragedy Strikes. Oh gosh, it truly is Tragedy Strikes. Crown Princess Block is dead. We've yet to determine the cause of death, but preliminary reports suggest natural causes. Rock, that's our Empress, was hard struck. Hard, she's a rock. By the loss of her progeny. A period of national mourning has been decreed as we wait the full results of investigation into the cause of the heir's death. Is it the accursed Democrats again? Are the people who are agitating for democracy killing the rulers now? The Empress Rock gains paranoid. More stability, less crime, less unity, less happiness. Oh boy. Oh boy. The event Blinding Grief is coming. This is the worst thing ever. So our ruler's having a real bad time now with a warmonger and paranoid. I was very much enjoying producing all the unity. Wow. The next heir then is named Croc. I'm gonna change the name to Crack. That seems more appropriate for a rock person. And Crown Prince is a little bit awkward here. We need a better name for the heir. Something involving rocks, surely, or stones, etc. The second stone will be fine. Good. Alright, so new heir. Man, I'd be super bummed if the Empress were to die after all we've done to keep her alive forever. So what kind of job are you, my friend? You're a governor. Awesome. We need more governors. The prior heir was a general, which we haven't needed yet. So, to the sectors and such. And what kind of skills do you have, my friend? Army build speed. Faster planetary building. And then also bonus to trade value. So, trade value does not show here, does it? That's a little surprising. But Heavy has only one planet, Cold has 2 planets. So I'm putting them in place with more planets, just in hopes we can build them up without too much trouble. Good. Hey, Happy, have we found other empires yet? We have found another empire. We're working our way to them, lickety-split, I swear. Where's the construction ship? Is it here? It's going to knock out the mining system there. Good stuff. Despite every evidence pointing to natural death, the Empress has refused to accept it. The death of her heir has greatly affected her, and orders have been sent out across the territories. Those responsible for the cowardly assassination must be found. Security forces are already conducting sweeps to root out any dissenters. The level of violence that's accompanied these arrests has shocked many citizens. Protests denouncing abuses of power and demanding a new wave of government reforms have erupted yet again. For the first time in history, the majority of a planet's population has risen up against the Empress. Oh boy, are we going to have to go bombard our own citizens? The things we do to maintain the Empire. So, the planet Heavy is having some trouble. The planet Ice is also having some trouble. Alright, let's go visit Ice and Heavy and see what's what. Oh, it's Factory Town. Good old Factory Town here. The workers are trying to rise up against me. Okay, I think there's something I can do to help with attraction. Anti-reformist raids. Alright, give me a second on that one. So, is there an active situation yet? There is. Under the guise of freedom, the reformist demagogues are trying to destroy the nation. As violent clashes erupt across our territories, their lies have convinced many of our people to turn on us. They think the Empress Rock weak, cruel, and incompetent, but we will show them. Oh boy. Alright, so in 30 to 120 days, there will be some negotiation. We, of course, do not negotiate with terrorists. We're going to be keeping them locked down no matter what. What's happening in the government right now? So unfortunately, I can't immediately launch a government ethics attraction. Is there a policy that would help with that? don't think so, unfortunately. I think I have nothing that will make people love us more. Huh. Alright, so heavy hello. What else can I do to harm you or make you happy? Either one's fine. So declare martial law increases stability. It's not so bad right now, so it's probably okay. I can send luxury goods out. It might make them happier, though I don't know if it'll actually help with the underlying issue. Giving to the revolution might help me get rid of my empress. I don't want to get rid of her. We're role-playing as a strong dictatorship all the way through. I think the thing to do is anti-reformist raids. The only problem is it's going to worsen the Empress's luminary trait. Democracy is an ailment that needs to be remedied. The security officers will raid reformist hideouts and put an end to their schemes. Civilian casualties will be expected. How on Earth, or on Heavy rather, are we going to maintain the luminary trait? You have jobs, you have amenities, there's limited crime. Why aren't you happy? Let's see what's going on Ice, the other place that is allegedly against me. Yeah, we can also launch the anti-informist raids. So if there are no egalitarians here, we might remove the modifier. Can we see if there are egalitarian pops here? I'm looking for any place that says what the politics of people here are. I don't know where that'd be. Oh, here we go. Authoritarian, egalitarian. 30% of the pops here are egalitarian. So it's not to 0, unfortunately. Hey, Nicandria, how's it going? I think I saw you streaming the other day. Nicandria, always a pleasure. How's life in the frozen north? It's good seeing you as always, my friend. Hoping it's been really, really good for you. It's been a while. It's been a while for sure. I'm going to ignore this event for right now and see what happens at Phase 2 of the event. If at Phase 2 of the event the peasants continue revolting, or it gets worse, I will send out the death squads. To put an end to our situation, to finish the total crackdown agenda. I don't see that yet, so we'll see what goes there. We'll see when we eventually learn how to send out the death squads.
Research complete.
Alright, what have we learned about? Better armor. Is there anything I can look up that will allow us to stop revolutions? Where's the assassinate John Locke button? Just don't see it. What I do see, though, is we finished our research of hangar bays to stop piracy at our various trade stations. Hey, Marcus Cylon, thank you so much for the generous resubscription. 40 months, a lot of months. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for letting me feed the cat. I appreciate that. Nicandria asks, how's life overseas? It's complicated, but I'm having a great time here. We're probably locked in for the next few years. That said, I forgot to mention this. This is not just you, Nicandria, it's everybody. My wife's contract expired July 1. They swear they're sending her a new one. She's not under contract right now. I think she's still being paid, but it's the weirdest thing in the world. She negotiated a new contract back in May, I think. Maybe even April. And they said that they get it right to her so she can negotiate. And just, it hasn't shown up. So she's now working on a contract. I joke that she should go on strike, but we'll see. Maybe we'll have to move back to the US very, very soon. We'll see. Okay, I want to check out my various trade hubs for right now. Is this the trade hub here? No, it's just south of there at Belivarl. We talked previously about whether it's a good idea to try to do both trading and defending at the same starholds, and I believe it's not. But for right now, I just need to stop the piracy, and so I'm going to throw hangar bays basically everywhere to stop piracy as best we can. And the same thing over here. We have another couple star bases. This one will upgrade to a starhold, and we'll also put out hangar bays. We actually need a trade hub here first, as there are spaces nearby that do not have a trade. Doesn't she technically still have a contract? So honestly, I don't know what the clause or the prior contract says about the continuation of her work after the end of the contract. I suspect it says that the prior terms are continued, but maybe it does not, and maybe she's now volunteering for the university. Which would be very, very unfortunate. Very, very, very unfortunate. So we'll see. Out of curiosity, is total crack something the council does? Marks is a very good question. That's a very, very, very good question. So it is. Thank you for finding me the button I need. Conclude reformist demand situation by apprehending reformist leaders. By apprehending their leaders in an empire-wide sweep, we can cripple the reformists and force them to the negotiating table on our terms. And this happens on these events where there's occasionally some switch you need to push that's just not obvious in where it is. So, Marks, thank you for knowing things. I really appreciate that a whole bunch. And then our egalitarianism faction, we've been suppressing forever, and I'm a little surprised at how much they've gained strength recently, including the capital. Oh boy, not my gumdrop capital. I will see how that goes, hopefully. Hey, we found a toxic terraforming world. We don't know about terraforming yet, but maybe someday we will. Nikandra, you have this game you've been waiting to try it for years. It's a great game. Yeah, if you've never played Stellaris, it's one that I recommend emphatically, we'll call it. Absolutely emphatically. Okay, so this science ship has now scanned to the place with the relic world. And though I'm curious what's over here, this ship will finish that. So I'm going to take our science ship here. Oh, it's actually waiting here for the archaeology site. I apologize. We do want to sit there until the construction ship catches up eventually, which it is continuing to do slowly. Is Stellaris a hard game to learn how to play? I think it's easier than some Paradox games. That said, it is a Paradox game, so there are a lot of hidden buttons and sliders that can be kind of annoying. Definitely, like any other Paradox games, there's a period of I don't know what I'm doing. There are too many places to look, but you gradually learn it, and I trust your knowledge and wisdom to figure it out, Nikandria. But yeah, I mean, if you have questions about how to play a game like this, I'm always happy to share my knowledge. We still have research development going. We can even do advanced research complexes and push out maximum research. That said, our research plans are just getting started, so there's no reason to research that quite yet. What's cheap? Hyperlane breach points. We've identified the existence of points in space where ship expends less energy to breach their way into hyperlanes. Time for a new generation of hyperdrives. Sure. Where's my fleet? We still have about 800 alloys, so we can potentially fill up more. That said, the fleet says at full strength, even though nothing is built yet. They're at 30 of 50, so I should be able to increase them. Oh, maybe it's already building somewhere else. Occasionally, the jobs build sort of slowly. Yeah, they are building. So at 3650, we just gotta wait for the ships to keep on building to continue filling up our naval capacity. Soon and very soon, that'll be done.
System survey complete.
One last bit to grab here. And then our construction ship will have one more line there. A leader has leveled up. It's our head admiral, Smash. So he is on the council. So military pioneer means cheaper ships. Adventurous spirits does not matter while he's on the council. Or armada, logistician. Ships are cheaper to hold on to. Because we're in the middle of a build-up phase, I will take the increase to build ships faster and cheaper, etc. Unconnected area near the relic world? Oh, is there? Oh, there is. That's a bizarre jump. We'll send our archaeologists to check that out.
Geology charted.
There's no route to reach there? That's weird. We don't know how to get to that. Huh. So I wonder if that's going to be the endgame crisis? Or what exactly? But no, I can't actually search it. It's just hanging out, waiting to destroy us. Hey, we've met a new pre-FTL alien civilization on Aurum 1. They're currently in the Renaissance, having recently left the Middle Ages behind. We want to go spy on them. Heck yes, I do. And it's actually at one of the wormholes. I've been holding off on scanning these for a very, very long time, but cool. And there's another pre-FTL civilization down here that we're building our way to. Now, earlier, we did have a pre-FTL civilization here in Hadnock. Unfortunately, they caught a global plague, and I ignored it because I wanted to see what they would do. What they did was die out. Whoops. Whoops. Up is down. As the ROK Lookout passed through the asteroid belt on its way to GR-140, the science officer's search reported the ship experienced a number of sudden gravitational shifts. Ever curious, the officer's search dispatched a number of probes to scan the debris field to discern the cause. It turns out the culprit is a number of gravity generators of old, alien make, sputtering on dying energy sources and with their polarities inverted. They occasionally spew reverse gravity, what, into the void, though not with enough force to cause any serious harm. Not anymore. Reverse gravity. The science officer theorizes the generators once provided artificial gravity for a large asteroid in the belt, but some malfunction tore the rock apart instead. Horrifying. And yet we've learned more about the world around us. And that's what really matters. As I said before, there's not any missing trade here. There is some trade throughout this. I'd like to, try to build some trade station that picks up absolutely everything here if possible. So the farthest one away to the left is, as of right now, here. And that's 1, 2, 3 jumps to here. And going to the right-hand side, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so it's gonna be a little awkward to pick up everything right now off of one station, but we'll see. Eventually, we'll have bigger and bigger star holds that are able to have more and more trade possibilities. I hope my poor scroll wheel doesn't end up dying anytime soon. Poor scroll wheel goes very, very slowly. Alright, so this ship has now picked up one more minor artifact. I'd love to grab these, but less important right now than helping me expand in this direction. And we have a science ship here that should be up this way soon to help with expanding. Yeah? Yeah, 93% done its current job. And so it'll then shift this way and charge ahead, scanning more and more for our construction ship to build its way towards the enemy there. The Faranis Black Hole. During its survey of the Faranis Black Hole, the ROK scan discovered a previously unknown strategic resource dubbed the Dark Matter. This exotic substance has many properties that seemingly defy several natural laws. Maybe it'll revolutionize the sciences. For right now, we don't know how to get it, but we found our first bit of dark matter in our entire galaxy. And that is in Faranis, which is up here in an area that we are planning to expand to. That said, we've now found the outer right edge of this territory, and so we'll want to rush there if we can. I may need more construction planets. We'll see. Hello, Jack. How you doing? You got chat rules again when you open the stream? So honestly, until last week, this channel never had explicit chat rules that popped up. So you're just visiting for the first time in the week, and that's cool. But yeah, for a long time I've had the chat rules down in the About Me description underneath the video, but I got a little email from Twitch saying, here are some ways to improve your stream. Put chat rules in. I said, fine, may as well. The other things they want me to do to improve the stream, I still refuse to do. A cell has been captured. They can put it on one of those slides and look at the microscope. Our security service managed to hunt down and dismantle one Reformist cells. The operation was a clear success, with minimal loss of life and no civilian casualties, except for the revolutionaries. But they're not civilians anymore, they're active participants in war. Reformist situation has receded by 4. Okay, holy cow, we're doing great. Are we going to keep them at stage 3 all the way through? Wow. And I haven't yet gone and sent the death squads out. That's good stuff. And total crackdown continues. Again, this is just after leaders. This is not us harming the citizens at all. They're still welcome to go about their business. They're still welcome to engage in various kinds of entertainments and labor that is glorifying to the Empress. What more could they possibly want for themselves? Good. Okay, so this starbase is expanded, and the reason we did that was to put in more defensive structures, ideally. Next up is a star fortress. We don't know how to do that yet. I'm going to move off the gun battery here, because the gun battery expands trade defense range by 1. The hangar bay expands it by 1 also, but it gives 10 points of trade protection, while the gun battery only gives 5. So we're going to change that over to more hangars, more good. And then here, on the buildings, I think the only thing we can do that's useful is hydroponics bay. Maybe? Yeah, so I guess I'm going to hold off and wait till I have solar panels or whatever. Do I actually not have solar panels yet? I'm kind of amazed I haven't seen solar panels, but who knows. Is a strategic resource depleted? It's my nanites. Yeah, I don't have any way of producing nanites. We're using 1 a month right now for, or 1 a tick right now for researching, but everything else is positive, even though I'm selling off a decent amount currently. But thanks for noticing that red bit of shame there. It's intentional in this case. Oh no, my wise character, who is our head scientist, is now narrow-minded. -5% research speed. Ooh-wee. So the head scientist is no longer interested. Oh, wait, no, we're fine. Yeah, no, we're not. So the head scientist says, we've done enough research, we're good to go. So what's the offset here? So they have +6 and -5. They have quite a bit of research speed increase in physics. So as long as we research physics, we're fine all the way through. But anything else, they say no. Is it time to retire this scientist? Let's see what other potential folks we could recruit to help here. I'm looking for scientists in particular. Let's go ahead and change that page to find them more easily. Okay, I want people who will help with science across the globe, or the galaxy. Is it a globe? I doubt it. So it's bonus experience, more edicts. That's cool. Bonus mining and bonus experience. Yeah. So because right now this character has an increase to research that's greater than the decrease, I'm going to leave them in their position. Wait, that's not you. Because this scientist has an increase in research that's greater than their decrease. I'll stay what they got, but every time new leaders come around, I intend to look and see what scientists are available that might be useful for us. So we'll check and see. Machine empires are the only ones that get solar panels. Really? Has it always been that way? I feel like I've previously built solar panels in non-machine empire playthroughs, but that's a very long time ago, so I'm not sure. We took some images on Ossolipa 3C, mesmerizing purple-colored rains, taken by the Vision surface exploration probes. They somehow find their way into the hands of the cultural elite on Rock. The discovery has no science value, but the evocative imagery of the colorful precipitation sparks a minor renaissance in the Us art world, the positive effects of which we felt for years to come. Hooray, space renaissance! Oh, check what factions they support. You're absolutely right. Yeah, my governors, what factions they support. So, the caretaker robot just wants to be friends. Smash supports authoritarianism, good. The Empress supports authoritarianism, good. You support materialism, that's okay. And you support militarism, that's okay. No egalitarians here. Thank goodness, thank goodness. Have we driven back some piracy? There's piracy in this area still. Where do I have stations? This is a station, correct? Yeah, this one is also. So may I improve you? Okay, I'm going to move off the gun battery and over to Hangar Bay.
Rocket new tech.
Because the area of piracy there is only one off, which means I don't have enough trade defense happening. Yeah, both right next door. So hopefully that helped with those two at least. More mining, more good. Glorious. I'm considering just going mega engineering to get it out of my way, though it takes forever to do. It's taunting me down there. Taunting me with its sweet, sweet promise of more and more and more giant buildings, but too long in the research. So this arm is now finished. Great.
System geology charted.
And the vision, finished here, also great. And so I now want to move up to here. Now, if I put you on auto scan, where are you going to go? Up to there. Unfortunately, that's not what I need right now, because this science ship's going that way. So I invite you, I should probably micro this, unfortunately, to go to here instead. And we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we'll border. That's a tremendous number of places to go through, though. As I said earlier, this spot right here at Kildatha is a great place to put a choke point, because all of this territory has to go through Kildatha, as of right now at least. The aerostat colonies, a ruined network of aerostat colonies dating back at least 3 millennia, can be found in low orbit of the gas giant. Their original function appears to have been gas mining, but they've since been abandoned and reoccupied by pirates. The colonies have been thoroughly stripped of anything even remotely valuable, but the mere fact they're still aloft after all this time makes them an interesting subject of engineering research. When we are all gone, what will remain? The Goodyear blimp. Fascinating. Fascinating.
Innovation rollout.
Hey, more traditions. So now we're going to do additional orbital bombardment. I definitely look forward to bombarding the rebels if they do not fall to our whim soon. And then in 35 months, we'll have one more supremacy called the Great Game. Better chance of destroying star bases. And that will finish out supremacy also, which gives us a greater amount of war doctrines. We can decide how we're going to go against our enemies. Those of you going to sleep, good night, good night. I appreciate you hanging out with me today. And it's getting late in the US, and in Europe it's even later, and Canada's quite late. Wherever you are, thanks for being here. I do appreciate it. I do need to end stream a little early today, because Noms and I need to go to the bank, and the bank is only open during business hours here, between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. A lot of people have said that if they want to go and do important bank work, they have to take a day off of work here. There's not a tremendous amount of customer service being open late. Now that said, we do use the national bank, the Japan Post Office Bank, as opposed to being one of the private banks. So maybe at some point we'll change over to get longer hours, but need to leave a little bit early so that Noms and I can go over there and sign some paperwork. Okay. Let's go ahead and knock out the cold fusion power. I don't know what that means, but I like it. Here's our archaeologist. Wait, this is our backup archaeologist. I'm not actually using them as such right now. So something involving greater amounts of scanning could be good. Or we can begin to develop them into being a new scientist for the council. The spark of genius there is exactly what I need for that. So scans faster, gets more experience gain. If I don't want them on the council, Romer's right, because they're just doing a ton of scanning. But no, I need to prepare a new person for the council in case the current scientist continues to develop their refusal to research. If you're not going to research, you don't get to be on the council. Alright, here is the Racket Industrial Enterprise. They're offering us a trade. What's that trade? Look, this metal. It moves, it flows, it reconstructs. We've found many uses for it. We're certain you shall too. So I haven't had any living metal yet. I'd love to have it just to see what kind of edicts it unlocks, if any. So 40 for 55. I don't know if that's a good trade, but I do know that I have over 1,000 rare crystals, so I will accept your deal. Now, our first ever living metal. Does that unlock any edicts at all? No, we know nothing about living metal. It just sits in the storehouse for now. An abandoned gateway. We knew it was here for a long time, and now we've actually found it. We've encountered an abandoned gateway near the X941 Singularity. It's been built of nanites. Who knows what it does? We just look at it and hope for the best. And then, as said previously, I need to have this area militarized to hold off anything that comes through the holes. So, we've already started that, and we need to get some more alloys. Building up the fleet is taking a ton of alloys. Unfortunately, more than we're getting off of the forge right now. We'll get some more soon. So for now, this is okay. We have to improve it later. And then our pre-FTL Renaissance civilization that's over here has harnessed the power of vaporized liquid. Our little baby's growing up. Using the force produced by steam pressure, they've applied the technology to engine design. This has revolutionized their societies in more ways than one. Vehicles and machinery making can already be seen in the cities, and the first few factories are appearing. This world appears to be on the brink of industrializing. Wow! Before long, they're gonna have radios, and then they'll overhear our private conversations. We can't have that. So they have a feudal noble now. They have warriors and scholars and clerics. They have laborers and miners. Primitive mines, primitive factories, urban dwellings. What are we gonna do with them? So they're materialist authoritarians, kind of like us. We do have a bit of a spy network there. I have some envoys who are doing nothing, so I'll get back to having the rocks just sit there and look around. But eventually is going to come the inflection point where we have to decide if we want to help them get to the stars faster. Now, I'm fine with getting them to the stars faster if they will join my empire. If they decide against that, I'm honestly not quite sure what I'm going to do, other than feel very, very bad about it. So we'll have to see. Okay, so I've already built the hangar base here, and the trade networks are coming soon too. Peace and prosperity. Technology continues to progress on Astinda 3 as industrialization takes our society to ever new heights. Their most recent breakthrough in engineering has revolutionized the use of transportation and brought them a step closer to planetary unification. You'll recall, the last planetary unification happened in the Bronze Age. Craziness. Defying our prediction models, here we go, Astinda 3 has unified in the industrial age, pooling their resources. The people have prioritized the well-being of the global community and living standards are on the rise. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. They've already unified. I could say remarkable is highly uncommon, or we can steal their resources. No, no, no. We want our zoo animals to be happy.
Location rollout.
That's great.
System survey complete.
And so we've learned about refit standards. Our ships build faster. That's good stuff. Xenolinguistics we want to. Grants a lump sum of influence, allows renowned leaders to begin appearing. I already got one from an event, so that's amazing. First contacts go faster, and we get the Interstellar Recruitment Office too. Yeah, it's nice and cheap. Rare technologies. Love it, love it, love it. I'm proud of our babies. I'm very excited to see how they continue growing up. I look forward to seeing what comes next and what we can put on the fridge to celebrate their accomplishments. Hey, Dumble Dude. Hey, Diggle. How's it going? What kind of rock people are we role-playing? So we're dictators, or we have a dictator. Currently, there's some rock Democrats who are interested in having a rock republic and having rock elections, which we're going to call pebble sites. Good. Not plebiscites, pebble sites. And yeah, I'm absolutely delighted to see how they develop. We are planning to make vassals of everyone else we come along. We're in the process of getting close to our first other empire. All right, the latest newsletter from our patrons. Unfortunately, it's written in invisible ink, but we'll send you some money anyway to continue being our friends. And we can throw a festival across the world or get an art piece. Let's throw a festival and see what happens. Organize a festival on that scale would require all the artists to bring talent to bear. Not an easy job, nor a cheap one. Only 1,000 monies. So a festival of the world causing more population growth. I should have done this a very, very long time ago, but I didn't realize that would actually give us more happiness. Thieves. After a recent visit of the Racket industrial fleet to Cold, it's been noticed the number of resources are missing. The Racket fleet made off with them. So the Racket are the ones that we recently bought something from or refused to buy something from. I don't recall which, but they stole 200 money. Robin my territory. Absolutely outrageous. Many civilians were hurt in a series of fierce firefights between our forces and the reformists. We sent emergency medical responders to take care of the wounded. A pop on the planet called Happy has died. Not so happy now. So the reformists have gotten a little bit of a bonus for that. They're still stuck in phase 3, so we're doing okay. And how's the complete lockdown going? Check the government. About I don't know, 10th of the way through, maybe 15th of the way through. Maybe even a little bit more than that. We'll see. Hey, Extreme Tactic, how's it going, my friend? Thanks for being here. Hope you're having a lovely day. And I'm sure you're at home wearing your fine jacket and tie also. That's the mandatory dress code, I believe. We found an asteroid. It was used intermittently as a base by a band of alien pirates roughly 1,000 years ago. A small boarding party entered the base and managed to recover their abandoned treasure hoard. It consisted largely of stolen trinkets, but some of it is still of value. These ill-gotten gains are mine, all mine. And that pays for the population increase we got off of the Artist Guild. Nice. Hey Jester, when starting your first empire, is it good to expand system to system or hunt for choke points? I think for your first playthrough, it's much more important that you figure out what's happening locally instead of trying to do big expansion. This is just so you can learn how the game works, because there are a lot of moving parts in this game. So if you try to go fanatical purifier, grab everything, destroy everyone, there's a real possibility you'll upset all the neighbors at once. So yeah, I'd encourage you to expand relatively slowly if you're a newer player. But you'll learn a valuable lesson if you expand very quickly. Alright, a breakthrough has been reached regarding the L-gates. The full meaning is very confusing. There's beep-boop science happening. The signals of little use. However, seeing other insights into the gateways, we may yield valuable data on how the L-gates could be reactivated. And that would be just swell. It's been a while since I've looked through for jobs. They have only 4 jobs here. They're getting very, very close to being large enough to upgrade. Happy here is possibly research. As I said, though, I'm not actually going to improve this until we've gotten the next planetary administration level, and then we'll make a research building here, surely. Planet dry, 7 open jobs, 7, 6. Getting close. Getting close. Thought planet has 12 open jobs, and an upgrade also. Nice. Planet heavy, open slot also. Okay. Heavy has no real purpose other than just fun factory. So, a couple more factories, and then what do I want to put here? No crime at all yet. Eventually we will need a police station, I expect, but I guess we can just do more in the way of, I don't know what. I don't know what we want here. I'll leave the open slot for right now because it's just not clear what would be best for us. Maybe the luxury residences could be good, as it helps us build more quickly. Or no, it gets built more quickly. It gives more amenities. We could also go for the Hollow Theater just to give a big bonus in amenities. But at the moment, pretty stable, so I'm going to ignore that for the moment. Okay, exceptional individuals. We've proven beyond any doubt that the galaxy is filled with life. Apart from the dominant species and nations, there are many others who traverse the stars. From time to time, exceptional individuals may arise to shake the foundations of galactic power. If we harness their ambitions, the renowned leaders may join our cause. Come forth, join me. Thank you. I'm not going to say only rocks allowed, because there's some really fun legendary Paragon leaders. I hope we meet them all very soon. Was Heavy a planet with issues? So at this point, as we clicked through, we saw there were revolutionary sentiments on basically every planet. And I haven't yet tried to destroy them planet by planet. I'm trusting the council will be able to figure it out. Hopefully that's in fact true. We shall see, we shall see, we shall see. We still have some piracy going. Down to only 5 little sectors now. One's out here. Okay, I believe we... hangar bays are being built this way. And they also want to have the 2 trade hubs here. Interstellar Recruitment Office. Linguists, headhunters, explorers. They work together to scour the known stars in search of talent. Here, leaders of renown can be recruited to serve the cause. So this just needs to go somewhere. It doesn't give any special bonuses based on what sector it's in, I don't believe. So you could just throw that up there. This is not going to be used for anything but trade collection. So yeah, I like to imagine it's a hub of villainy and whatever the rest of that one is. And we'll recruit our very own Han Solos out that way. We have 10 fleet cap remaining. We're probably going to go over fleet cap as all this finishes building, but it's been a while since we did an upgrade, so I'll go ahead and go through and upgrade all them ships. And we found some aerostat structures, routine difficulty. Let's see what's happening with those, and if we can learn more about flying. By the way, though, as the unshrouded science ship enters the Banus system, something seems awry. The sun, which was an ordinary dwarf star, has shrunk, lost most of its mass at an alarming rate. The planets have also entered the ice ages. What? That's the Banus system. Which is over here. Over here. Show me what you got. Oh, tiny little cutie. Brown dwarves are substellar objects that lack the mass to sustain hydrogen fusion. Roughly the size of a large gas giant, they have a much greater density. Their low luminosity and comparatively small heat generation means that planets orbiting them are unlikely to support life. But then, from deep within the star of the Banus system emerges a gargantuan being, larger than a moon. That's no moon. Its body radiates heat, the same wavelength of energy as the one produced by the system's stars. It's eating it! The creature feasts on sunspots, devours solar flares, and we've interrupted its meal. The beast exudes light waves, rapid pulses at an intense frequency, like a fluorescent roar. To battle stations! It instantaneously killed my scientist. Now, the nice thing about that is that's the scientist who is causing problems on the council. But that was terrible. Alright. Wise half died. The people clamor for a memorial service. Alright, we can throw a memorial up. We can let the masses mourn. Up goes that. The artisans have been provided with finest materials to fashion the likeness of Wise, added into a long line of the storied heroes of us. Their majestic visages etched in stone and metal, acting as a reminder of what strong leaders can accomplish. Good, 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 good. So, how do I say thou shalt not go? We saw for a very brief moment. It was a skull level difficulty, so it is a Leviathan. Past that, I know absolutely nothing. And then we need a new Great Thinker. And the Great Thinker is Pick. Yeah, Pick has that spark of genius. So, random archaeologists no more. You get to run the Empire too. Yeah, I was surprised we hadn't found any Leviathans yet in the playthrough, but now we have, and that's, you know, we'll call it nice, something like that. All right, the hammer continues along. 3 more. We ate all the alloy. Son of a gun. Content report: the Leviathan. We've now found beings far surpassing anything encountered in our Empire's spacefaring history. Life capable of growing to an unprecedented scale, rivaling moons in size and mass. Nothing could have prepared us for this. This day will forever mark a turning point in the story of the Us. Let us hope we survive long enough to tell it. So we could ask what we can learn of it, or we can destroy it. Clearly, we'll be destroying it. Thank you, thank you. That is the stance of our monstrously aggressive enemy, rocks, rather. Alright, so you just moved to here. I need to stop upgrading my ships until, until we have all this claimed. Need more alloy. I hope it's the case this Leviathan stays in its house. Now, that's trying to eat suns. Makes me worried it's going to go over and eat the next sun at each place. I wonder if I should deploy some ships at once. Now, with it being Leviathan class, kind of suspecting that if it comes through, I'll not be able to stop it, even with all the ships. Because we are at max 5,000 in a fleet. A small aerostat colony was found floating above the atmosphere of 04. It appears to have been self-sufficient, and remains from several different species were aboard. It was some kind of social experiment, conducted centuries ago, that ended with the colonists massacring each other. We've downloaded all the data. This is the real world, outer space. Fascinating. The biggest of brothers. How is the situation looking? Let's pull that up.
System survey complete.
Hello. So, the reform is about halfway through 3 right now. I hope we get another pop-up pretty soon about the about pulling back reformist leaders. Someday. Before that, though, my friends, we have an ad break. This will be the last ad break of the day, I do believe. And so it'll be 3 minutes of ads. Nothing will happen in the game while it's going. I'll just bring up a crossword to amuse myself for a little bit, and that will be a lovely thing. We're going to do Equip It a New Yorker. There is not a new New Yorker puzzle for today. Hey, it's captured in the wrong window. That's fun. Look, chat, you're on TV. I wonder why that happened. I did restart OBS, and so that probably did it. There we go. So there's no New Yorker today. They'll come back again tomorrow. So I'm just going to go back in New Yorker history and find something fun to do. Now that said, with being a New Yorker puzzler, there's no way we're going to finish it in the next 4 or 5 minutes. So we'll go to page, I don't know, page 17. Haven't been there before. A lightly challenging puzzle. That seems like one we might get some good progress on at the beginning here. Site of an 1860 or 1836 battle. I have genuinely no idea. Ming Dynasty antique. They're often Ming vases. Come up with. So come up with can be to like pay someone. It can also mean to ideate or imagine. Not sure. A reward for getting a new credit card, perhaps. Maybe a free flight or a tote bag. A car collecting comedian. Jay Leno does that, and working on his cars caught him on fire, unfortunately. Poor Jay Leno. Quidditch. OU stop, maybe. A person to emulate. An icon, possibly. Role model, of course. Yeah, I'm not sure. Joint, where you may buy around. Is like a weed bar. A marijuana bar. I don't know what the correct phrasing is for that, but I suspect that this is about some place where you can smoke marijuana with your friends. Dibs. Mine, possibly. Moreover. Also, and probably. Colorful Navajo creations. Do Navajo folks make carpets, blankets, dream catchers? Unfortunately, I don't know the correct connections between various kind of Native American peoples and craftworks, unfortunately. Unlikely fan of White Zinfandel. Probably a wine snob. I think White Zinfandel is considered kind of low rate. Plot drivers in some farces. So misunderstandings often. Yeah, I'm not sure. Misidentification. Loveless with a namesake programming language. It's Ada. Animated character who exclaims, by the power of Grayskull. I think it's He-Man. Pakistani living abroad. I believe they call themselves Desi. I had a friend from grad school who was from Pakistan. I think she said that like Desi culture is what she identified with. A hard row to hoe. Could be rocks. Clay. Not sure. I'll try to do some downs off what we got so far. Basic knowledge. Only 4 letters. Basic knowledge. Not sure. Boor means idiot, fool, possibly boob. Pot addition. A seed, possibly. Change at the genetic level. Well, mutate. Mutate. So, and is wrong. Moreover is me 2 instead, probably. Wisconsin town, once dubbed the sawdust capital of the world for its lumber industry. From the Osh, it's Oshkosh. I had no idea it was the sawdust capital. It's great. Blank Corleone, Oscar-winning role for Marlon Brando. I believe it's Vito. Multi-generational baseball surname. That's the Alou family. They show up a lot because of all those vowels. Geisel or Giesel's nom de plume. That's Dr. Zeus. Respect. Respect. So it could mean like in respect, which say about. It could also mean, of course, paying someone homage. Not sure. Hit a dramatic high. Not sure. Play that ends with a hero blinding himself. This is Oedipus the King. Good. As I mentioned before, there's a delightful Peter Shickley operetta called Oedipus Tex. It's a resetting of Oedipus Rex in cowboy country. It's hilarious. Unharmed, so to speak. I want to use an un opening, but with unharmed, it's probably not un as an answer also. To boot. So again, this means also or something. All right, I want to just see if I can do one across, and then we'll get back to our game. Set of an 1836 battle. I'm so sorry, I didn't remember the Alamo. And now the downs. Basic knowledge of the ABCs. A boor. It could be lout, possibly. It's not quite the same denotation, I don't think. is not marijuana at all. Joint where you may buy a round. Oh, a round is a kind of meat, I think. It was a steakhouse. Oh, meat. That's very cute. So, quit it is cut that out. Reward for getting a new credit card are bonus miles. And I want to continue, but I will not. Don't you worry. It's not a Crossword stream, it's a Stellaris stream. Okay, so we have approximately 50 minutes till I gotta go today, because I'm meeting Noms at 1 o'clock my time, and I need to prepare for class between now and then. We're just about to get a new insight about our basic technologies from spying on our pre-FTL friends. Got to love it. If you come to the Crossword state for the Stellaris, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not going to say we're the only channel on Twitch that does crossword. I believe, though, we're the only channel on Twitch that does crossword during ad breaks. And I feel kind of good about that. Kind of good about that decision. And when I changed over to 3-minute long ad breaks, I was sure it would be the end of the entire channel, but it's worked out pretty okay. Alright, the Artisan Troop appreciates we've helped them. They want even more money. Give us more unity, though, so we love it. And then we got the cold fusion researched. The wormhole travel. Oh no. Oh no. Is it time for this? Or hyper relays. They form a chain of structures built outside the gravity well of systems, allowing fast travel from relay to relay, rather than requiring transit to establish hyperlane entrances. So I don't know if I've seen this before. What I think it does, though, is like build one here, build one at the capital, go into the relay here, pop out here. Sure, let's see how that works. Okay, I need to stop spending alloy. Move fleets fast, sounds good. Hybrids are great, but very resource intensive. Cool, I look forward to seeing how it works. Hey! Uh-oh! I realize that we're a dictator. Why can't we be a benevolent dictator? That's all I want. Why don't the people see that every decision I make is for their own benefit? The Empress Rock has ordered a large-scale cleansing on one of the planets. Apparently, there's a supposed reformist holdout there, but no firm evidence has been produced. Will we risk the lives of loyal citizens on a hunch? So you will recall that the Empress is paranoid. A paranoid tyrant. That seems unfortunate. So we could say call off the operation. The reformists continue to advance or proceed. Should become even more paranoid. And most of the the us pop on Moist dies. Oh, jeez. Okay, so how's the situation looking? Who's going to gain or lose 8 points? So the next stage is at 60. It's currently at 33. What's the RP choice? Alright, we've gone and killed our people. These things happen. Gotta break some eggs. We gotta break some geodes to make the rock omelet. This feels bad, man. This feels real bad, man. But what's done is done. Who am I to question the Empress? I believe I'm the Empress's conscience, but she doesn't have that anymore because she's lost her mind. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Alright, we're saving. Oh, I should just go buy alloy. What am I doing sitting here like a dum-dum? Oh, in order to get alloy, very confused. Why do you get alloy? Oh boy. Oh goodness. Alright, so buy a decent pile of that. And now get expanding again. Yeah, I'm profoundly concerned that the Empress is going to stay paranoid for the remainder of this playthrough. And I don't know if the Empire will be stable if we decide to Let her do whatever she wants to do.
System geology charted.
I thought I said go build here. Oh, out of alloy again. Yeah, I saw one of the researchers was living metal stuff. It just takes a lot of research points, and so I'm considering not doing that. I'm gonna stop selling the minerals here to have additional things to sell to get more alloys, and then sometime soon be able to crush them. I cannot wait. So sell 5,000 of you, and then sell a pile of crystals also. I was reading yesterday in the New York Times International Edition about the rare crystal mines of Botswana, and yeah, they dig up diamonds there for the De Beers Corporation, and what an absolute raw deal the government of Botswana gets. And so apparently they're renegotiating right now to see does De Beers get to stick around for another decade or so. And there's been some discussion in the Botswana government of trying to develop their own diamond mining industries instead of having outside corporations doing so. And they don't seem to be interested in nationalizing the resources, as has been done in many other places. But it's an interesting transition moment to see them trying to develop a more independent economy that benefits folks from Botswana more. And I know nothing about Botswana at all past what I've just said, but it's interesting to see how obviously former colonies are dealing with that situation. Having played a lot of Victoria and other colonizing games, I feel partially responsible. So, alright, we got lots and lots of cash money now. I'd like a whole bundle of alloys, please. Cool. So the entire economy is going into expanding. That seems about right. Okay.
Construction complete.
If we end up going over our intended naval size here, I intend to I intend to start destroying ships. We'll see. An invitation. A signal beacon orbits 133D728, beckoning travelers nearer. Don't get tricked. I trust you, Curious.
System survey complete.
I could bring a second construction ship here to just expand a little faster. Have one do the building, have one do the expanding, but it take long to get them down here. Was researcher and console replaced? They were. Yep. All right, level up on the Child of the Emperor, or Empress rather. This is a governor, so more trade value on the one planet I got. Enlister, armies go faster or build faster. Sure. Good job, Crack. Good job.
Accretion complete.
They're only halfway through 3 still. So if I go around and attempt to kill the hostiles, does that move it back some? It does remove 4 progress. If there are no egalitarians, we can maybe remove. So are there any egalitarians on ice now? 21%. On happy, 25%. On dry, there are none, but it's not in revolt. Only 5% here. Okay, so cold is getting very, very close to having rooted out its problems. It's anti-Rockian concerns. 8% here. So our research planet is falling in line again. Heavy has 8% also. Cool. Still lots of jobs. Alright, we found an ocean beneath the ice. We search it. What do we find down there? Mount a deep sea expedition. There might be a recent situation to reference here, but I'm not going to say it. You can think whatever you want to think, but going below the ocean. Mysterious monolith. The monolith we found on 133D728 dwarfs the science ship we sent to investigate it. A majestic smooth slab of metal. The once garish pigment patterns on the front have been reduced to instead mere flecks. A small power outlet, machine size, promise its secrets will be unveiled in exchange for a sum of energy credits. Only 200 monies. Sure, tell me your secrets. Is it gonna be a can of Pepsi? The machine sits, it's this one. Ancient mechanisms clanking behind the smooth facade. After much whirring, buzzing, and a dramatic pause, a metal panel slides back, and a ship-sized cylinder rolls out of the machine. The cylinder is empty, its contents long evaporated through a corroded sealing cap. The container itself is in good shape, though, and the unknown alloy is on par with the metal we use to make our ships. So I remember this graphic here as a kind of ship that eventually comes to our planet. In this case, they did indeed give us a giant can of soda. I love that event. That's so fun. Alright. Where's the piracy doing its thing still? Here at Hamcod, which is 1, 2, 3 from here. Bradam Station. Have you built up all the way or no? 2 trade hubs. Up you go. We still haven't made any of the Cybrix mining hubs. I gotta figure that out at some point. It's not super priority for right now, because our economy's good, but it could be good to do at some point before too long. Also, we're finally over-consuming exotic gases, so I'm going to stop selling quite so much. Oh god, I'm selling just one right now. Reformist propagandists led a different disinformation campaign on one planet. Loyalists forced it on the toes to keep the situation under control, but the protesters are still growing. Only increases by 1 point. This is fine. This is all fine. I'll go ahead and knock out living metal. Let's take forever, but that's fine. Where else is piracy? We already checked out that one. Theglin also. Way out here. Alright, so the Maw of the Truthsayer has a nice choke point there. I was considering using that for military purposes only. But this is next nearest interesting spot. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 jumps. Yeah, thinking like I should probably put something else closer by to protect trade, as there are the 2 right there. Well, for now at the Truthsayer, we can put in a couple hangar bays. Sure. Pre-sapient species found. Oh boy! Fascinating creatures roam the plains and coasts of Aeroaberia. 3. The rock scan reports the reptilian life forms are using tools, however limited, and may have the potential for eventually achieving sapience. Smart stresses that finding alien life in the state's a rare opportunity. Should we uplift them, they may prove useful. Can we see those folks, or are they not yet in our territory? Wrong button. Species? Species. No, we only know about the us's right now. Throughout the whole galaxy, though, we can see there's lots and lots of other kinds of folks. So, all these other folks, I mean, some of them are on the pre-FTL planets, but the majority of these folks, I have no idea where they are, actually, unless they're all inside of the compact here. We are spying on them. We don't know terribly much. Let's gather some information so we can find out. It is only hellaciously difficult. I believe in you. Someday the piracy will go away.
System survey complete.
3 jobs left here. 1 more pop needed for the upgrade. I'm considering we should start doing some Ascension tier upgrades also, to lower the size of the Empire and to improve the effects of this and that. Hey! Alright, the Compact has decided to come into my territory. I was planning to take this thing for myself, But here they come too. We're still a decent way away. In this direction, we're getting closer and closer to touching here. But I think this means war. What are we seeing now at these fine folks? Oh, they're occupied, actually. So they really are being taken over by the Suramos. They both have very similar war exhaustion. I just don't know who the Suramo Coalition are. Gotta spy and learn that eventually.
Ships upgrading.
Okay, like I said, we're still manually moving this ship. New archaeological site called a Popular Rock. What's going on there? Okay, this is the place where there's the pre-uplifted folks. On Aurora 3, I believe. Yep, some pre-sapiens. They're trying their best with their hunting. Pirates! Pirates and scat. So, one of those areas we don't have fully locked down, right here. Nearest fleet's U with 723. Their strength is 1,000. I'll move the main fleet over then. Or one of the capital fleets at least. Yeah. Hepa. Send the Admiral with you. Cool. And then we finish supremacy just like that. Got greater war doctrine possibility. And now time for Ascension. So we could become the Crisis. And I still don't know what that means. I don't want to do it though until after we have the rebellion under control. So we could do Archaeo Engineers. Combining proven archaic technology with contemporary engineering gives us a timeless advantage. Unlocks additional effects for ancient ship components and buildings. I know very little about ancient stuff, but I'm enjoying archaeology a whole bundle. Lord of War. More diplomacy. Blah, 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 blah. We don't believe in diplomacy. Nihilism. Everybody loves nihilism. Nietzsche's Peache. Imperial Prerogative. Super cool also, given how wide we're building this world. I was hoping Transcendent Learning had a way of removing negative perks. The Crisis means you do become the endgame crisis of the galaxy. So does become the Crisis stop the game's other crises? Or will there then be multiple crises? One is us, one is everybody else. Okay. You think there could be multiple? Yeah, in that case I want to hold off until I know who else is out there and where else they are. Okay. I've never seen Archaeo Engineers, so I kind of want to go with that, as we've done a bunch of archaeology, and hopefully we'll learn so much more about ancient stuff. Though making the Empire smaller would allow us to it would allow us to do research faster. If we're not part of the crisis, I'm part of the problem. I'm sure we'll find a way to be the Crisis eventually. But I do wonder if only one empire can choose that. Ancient Pulse Armor. Wow. Carries reactive charges to alleviate the energy of impacts. So research should go a fair bit faster now. And the Deep Space Black Site. I believe sending all of our people to Guantanamo Bay will allow us to stop the revolution faster. It's not that much research. So sure. Let's go ahead and knock that one out. I am the state. I just removed the piracy page. I gotta remember where that's going though. They're hurrying along. How's the government looking? Being the Crisis is really unique. You've never done it before. Yeah, never done it before, Reaper. Probably worth trying. And welcome back. It's good to see you here again. Thanks for hanging out with us during our Stellaris playthrough. Alright, looks like Scat has been taken. But we are soon enough. Our fleet is indeed on the way.
System survey.
Might make sense to have a fleet out this way, just patrolling back and forth. It's definitely the backwaters. We'll probably never have fights back here, as there's genuinely nothing to see. But it could be fun. It could be fun to see what's out that way.
System survey complete.
Okay, build the one here. 2 jumps remain. 2 jumps. Yeah, I figure if I want to be the crisis, I should make sure we're quite a bit stronger than what we are right now. One wormhole. Oh, is there a wormhole out this way? Oh, so there is. So we could build up defense here and keep a fleet out this way. That's a very good idea. I'll take the fleet that's coming here right now and set it up out this way. Maybe patrol back and forth for helping with piracy. We'll see in a tad. I'm again having the feeling of, shouldn't we have more science ships? Though we were struggling with Ally quite a bit ago, so I don't want to do anything until we have that more figured out. Cover blown! Our security service managed to track down a Reformist cell, but they'd rigged the whole block with explosives. Our operatives breached a layer, they killed many of us. Oh boy, so the past 4 or 5 interactions with the Reformists have gone very poorly for us. So 12 months until it changes. And I'm guessing it's going to get worse and worse and worse as it goes along. One moment. One moment. I'm willing to tolerate a certain amount of ridiculousness, but... How's home planet looking? 14% here. So if I were to... Oh, is there not a button here for... Okay, apparently I'm not allowed to attack my capital to drive out the Reformists. So maybe there are no actual Reformists here. There's only citizens who are reading the newspaper. Wait. Has the... Oh, you have to have the effect, right? To the effect of riots and such. Yeah. So 4 progress goes back. Possibly remove this if there are no egalitarians. I'm pretty sure there are egalitarians everywhere. Ah! Well, never mind. So Moist has no egalitarians at all. It worsens her luminary trait, though. We've only done positive to the trait so far. So people will doubt her ability to lead us. So we lose some unity, we lose some stability, we possibly lose some life also. Surely it will refill. Coin flip. Do we convince Moist to join us again? The button has been pushed. Don't feel good about that one. But we do what we can to hold the Empire together.
Construction complete.
Okay, we just built some hangars here, so hopefully that stopped the piracy nearby. Kinda. Is it still constructing more here? It's not. So we have 2 hangars right now along with a shipyard and an anchorage. So I'm guessing it's covering to very close by. I'm gonna have this fleet, I guess, just patrol back and forth for bits. Which is this button. Okay, piracy is only to here right now. So yeah, we'll just go to here and back, I guess. Yeah. Okay, patrol to... I think it was here, but I'll go to the wormhole, or not the wormhole, the black hole to be sure. Wait, am I misapplying that, or is it flying? I'm just not seeing it.
Rocket new tech.
patrol. Or the ship's patrol between their current location and the target location. It's not moving, so that's not doing it. It is left click, right? There we go. Had some weirdness, but worked out now. All right, hyper relays online. Someone said earlier that you can't just build 2 hyper relays. You have to build a long chain of them between where you want to start and where you want to go. So I'll have to look into how to build those in a little bit. But then, more energy, more fun. I'm really gonna knock out chemical plants, even though I don't really need them, just because they're cheap and they keep annoying me. And then, espionage operation pending. The operatives completed information gathering up north, are sending over a dossier. What did we learn about them? Hello.
Accretion complete.
They're still in their pathetic, inferior, and pathetic.
System survey complete.
We're still climbing to learn what we can. Everything's still kind of challenging. Hey, we met someone new. In Tune Ort, we met the Eta aliens. Definitely looking like it's not going to be another empire. Wow. This is the Space Wheel homeworld. I don't think I've ever seen this before.
Rocking up to enemy fleet.
Okay, this is us destroying the pirates. Feel good about that. I don't think I've ever seen them before. I think I've been nice to Space Whales so far. Yeah, we haven't attacked the Space Whales at all. So that seems good. These people are offering us a deal. What do you got? The food storage. No. No. Have found the AI yet? Yes, we have found the AI. It's only one empire so far, but they're fighting another empire. So there are at least 2 out there. The actions of the Tiyanki inhabiting Tian Ort system do not match the known behavioral pattern for their species. While Tiyanki are usually nomadic, these herds remain stationed on a planet entirely covered in the carcasses of their own dead. Oh, it's not a home planet, it's a graveyard planet. Attempts to study the burial ground have been hindered by the net of tentacles the Tiyanki have wrapped around the planet, making further research impossible. Unless we're willing to displace or dispose of the Gravekeepers. We could destroy them, or we can displace them without harming them. I'm not sure how the RP deals with that one, so we're just going to not worry too much about the RP. So it's been Tiyanki. Here it is. So way up there. Yeah, it's a massive death. A lot of buddies here, man. Are these ones especially large, I think? Maybe so. I have a special project to get them moved. So we need a construction ship. Tiyanki feed on gas. By building a gas diffuser station, we may lure up the Tiyanki station in the Tune Ort system and gain access to their burial ground. Okay. So where is the nearest construction ship? It's way over here, actually. It needs to stay over here and continue expanding. So, the hyper relay. Oh, wow. It costs 100 rare minerals to build a hyper relay. Well, we have quite a few of them. If we stop selling them, we'll be well positive. We'll see in a second. I'm going to push out another construction ship to try to go move the Placid Leviathans. I don't want my neighbors to get that event, because again, I've never seen it. I'm so curious how it works. So, I think there may be a shipyard here. Is that true? There is. Awesome. Two more. So close. Our very own relic world. And then there was a battle against pirates down here. It has some debris to check out. There's a construction ship here. Nearest science ship is very, very far away. and I don't think I have any way to build here. So I'm okay with pirate technology fading, I think. Alright, so there isn't any station here. There is one here, though. So I'm going to make this fleet belong to you.
System geology
Good.
shot.
And they'll have patrol in this area to stop piracy. Oh, the only piracy is where we're sitting right now. Apparently, the fleet there does not stop it. Awkward, awkward. Or maybe it has to be set to actually patrol to do anything much. Let's see. Oh, wait till it gets there and have patrol around the area. That'll be good. The Relic! Yes, glorious. Better living standard like social welfare may help increase egalitarianism. We don't want to increase egalitarianism, we want to stop egalitarianism. I think our living standards are currently on researchers get more good stuff. Let's check and see. It's not on this page. It's on species rights. We're not allowed to change this for another 2 years, unfortunately. But yeah, more happiness could lead to everybody gets more upkeep, everybody gets more political power. But yeah, more happiness could be good. As of right now, we're getting more research, though, and that's great.
System geology charted.
Okay, so you all arrived here. I should patrol then. If I go to here, what's the wrong button? To here, rather. Good. Hopefully gets rid of more piracy. We're getting closer and closer to having it all driven out. Finally, finally, finally. There's research here. I'd love to get that, but we'll come back on that in a little bit. We got the new construction ship online. Let's name it the Whale. I guess we're gonna go remove some whales. Whale, whale, whale.
Accretion complete.
A lot of possible leveling up. Reformists are, oh boy, 10 months to go. Did I manage to drive out? The criminal element on Moist was driven out. Now again, we lost the luminary trait there, or is it definitely lose luminary trait or possibility of losing luminary traits? +6, +12. I don't remember exactly what it was before. I'm sure she'll fill back up eventually, so... who else dares revolt against me? You do. Egalitarians. You do. Uh-oh. Egalitarians here. Authoritarian, I'm sorry. These two both have too much. I think it seems totally appropriate to have a raid on our research world to drive out all those political philosophers. So this will not remove democratic tendencies, but we raid it, we stop it. I should have pushed it back by 4 again. Ah! At the exact same time that I went to destroy the reformists, they also hold a rally. Talking about what a terrible, terrible authoritarian I am. So they gained by 1. I hope they're removed by 4. Only 7 months. Huh.
Accretion complete.
Hey. As our Orland Memorial Caravan entered the orbit of ice, which should have been a brief courtesy visit, a spontaneous outbreak of goodwill turned into a combination of open-air market and party. Many bonds between the Usses and the Vengrel were forged, and much trading took place. Neat. I haven't seen any pop-ups of us driving folks out with the raids. So I wonder if it actually did bounce back or just didn't do what I thought it would, rather. Also, a deep sea expedition to do here. Hey, Wenkwart. Someone said earlier that Wenkwart's a special place, and we're actually checking out for the first time ever.
Construction complete.
So when we're done in Wenkwart, I'll then move this science ship back to do the deep sea expedition. I'm going to go ahead and get the final jump here as planned, and then we'll fill up the other two. But finally, colonies will be growing. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Hey, another pre-FTL civilization. These ones are the medieval age also. They have a printing press. That's pretty neat.
System survey complete.
Wenkwart has been fully scanned, and I was surprised that nothing popped up. There's a garden here, which gives possibility of unity or research. That's pretty cool. The ecologies of the world show signs having been designed, fitting an arcane or romantic ideal. It's a Gaia world. Cool. This one has terraforming possibilities. This one has a gas giant, so maybe we'll try to visit there. But let's send our science ship over to... He's already going to scan the Gaia planet.
Mission complete.
So it is. Good. A non-council scientist level up. Not archaeologist, so get 4 consumer goods or live even longer. Consumer goods, I like it. Like it. I worry that guy's gonna be like, what's his name, Dirk Obink, the Oxford classicist who decided to take papyrus and sell it on the open market to the owners of Hobby Lobby. This is the kind of nerd drama I love. A professor who is one of the more important classicists in the whole wide world, paid very, very well indeed, at Oxford, stole very old papyrus and sold it to the founders of Hobby Lobby, an American craft store. He's currently under investigation. The trial has not happened yet, but it's almost certain he did. Some sort of aesthetic design has been employed over most of the surface landscape on Wenkwart Artem. The scientists suspect that even the remaining untouched areas are merely crafted wilderness, there to serve a wider horticultural goal. Toward the conclusion of the research, we stumbled across a beacon, the sole example of technology on the world. When activated, it uploaded a catalog of every plant and animal species on Wenkwart Artem, as well as a reference pointer to nearby Relthrate. No clue was left with which to identify the planet's designers. Wow. Begins the Kept Grounds event chain. She's a special project called Pure Dry Landscaping. Seems like fun. Seems like fun. Alright. They're already here. Wait. They're trying to leave the scan elsewhere. Also, what's this? Oh, the Autumn Caretakers. So by scanning this place, it's caused the launching of 3 ships. This is a different event popping up. Let's read. Curious reports that an enormous structure on Zaltana 2A is in fact the gargantuan corpse of an unidentified alien creature. Not only is the corpse large enough to be seen from space, it also appears to be shedding large quantities of psychotropic chemicals that may have neurological side effects for organic life forms on the planet. Cool. So Zaltana 2. Dead God. Oh boy. Zaltana used to have God and then they killed it. How should we wash our hands, we murderer of murderers, as the line has it. That's crazy. Super spiritual in place. Hello to you, I don't know how to pronounce the name I know it's referring to, but thank you immensely for the generous follow. And, a strange username, but welcome, welcome. So, the caretakers are just hanging out. They're gardening drones. Are they annoyed that I'm interacting with these places?
Search complete.
Please don't destroy us. Try my best. Alright, faction unity increases. More unity, more good. More egalitarianism, bad. And we got the Deep State's Black Site, which increases government ethics attraction. Oh boy. Gotta drive out the egalitarianism real soon. We'll do that in just a second. I'm about to launch a new colony, so it could be worthwhile to knock out faster development speed. But that's probably not going to be done by the time I want to colonize. It's pretty quick though, so sure, we'll do that. Hello to Uzi TV. Hope I said that correctly, but welcome. Just bought the game, came to learn. Oh boy, if you have any questions, let me know. We're a little bit later in a playthrough, like we're in middle-ish game, and we've had a very strange playthrough in that we got all this territory without meeting anybody, and we just recently met an empire here, and they're in a war with someone I do not know yet, so we'll be interacting with them soon enough. But this playthrough has been primarily let's expand and scan and allow our giant rock creatures to take over the world or galaxy. But welcome, hope you're having a great day, and thanks for the follow sincerely. Okay, as I said, I'm going to hold off on building on the relic world until that colony development perk is finished. But finally, our archaeologists can check out any other rock. The surface of Murist 1 is devoid of all life. However, there are indications of a previously thriving biosphere and some interesting tectonic activity which may warrant a closer look. Show me what you got! So the shovel scientist from the ship dig will go do that. Good. Sector. If you missed the opening, over the weekend I bought some stock in Paradox, the company that makes this game. So, Uzi TV, thank you for buying a copy of the game. Good stock price up. A bunch of events just happened. So, the ROK Curious has located the source of the movement in the upper atmosphere of Laudium 2. Surprisingly, there was no ship hidden in the clouds, but rather a docile alien life form. Despite its impressive size, this creature, which the Curious crew have dubbed a space amoeba, appears to be a little baby juvenile. There's no way of knowing how the juvenile was separated from its others of its kind, but one thing is certain, it's imprinted on the Curious. Oh, our science ship has a baby! As the crew completed their survey of Laudium 2, it found the creature was following them. It has proven difficult to shake, and Pick, that's our secondary archaeologist, has taken quite a shine to the juvenile determination. The science officer suggests allowing the juvenile to follow. Certainly may learn more about the species in the process. If anyone ever kills my amoeba, we will destroy them. Not just integrate them into the Empire, we will bombard their planets into ruin, and no one will remember their name. So we could say, very well, and a juvenile baby comes along. We can start a project called Amoeboid Pacification, or we can study it by shaking it off, or dissect it. No. Very well. So, the Curious has got a baby now. Be right with you. Be right with you. I want to see the baby first before we deal with this bizarre custodian matrix. Okay, this is an ancient empire of some sort. So that was the Vision? No, it was the Curious. Curious is in Winkward, I believe. No, but that's the scan. Curious is in Laudium. Show me the babies. There he is. Hi, little cutie. Lost juvenile. So I can name it if I want to. For right now, no. It's going to follow my ship around. Hopefully it enjoys nuzzling up against our vent ports. Incoming transmission from the Siderean Continuance, an ancient caretaker. Biological civilization detected. Initiate custodial protocol 46 subroutine alpha 8. Message follows. Greetings, organic sapients. You're approaching Sidran conduits territory. These systems serve as a refuge for sapient organics against the error data block corrupted threat. For refugee status applications, proceed to central processing. All sapient organic species are welcomed on basis of availability and need. Notice, hostile actions against refugees or custodial systems will be met with maximum available force deployment. We could say, as fellow Star Explorers, we salute you. They don't care. We could say your kind will not threaten our Empress. They don't care. Or you must throw away your old ways. They do not care. Okay. So is that Wenkwart? Yes. So the caretakers in Wenkwart apparently care about the planets, and we can apply to be refugees here. There they are. We know nothing about them. They're enigmatic and dormant. And it's unavailable. And we're not allowed to go spy on them, perhaps for the best. Hopefully learn more about them as time goes by. Next research. I said before that wormhole travel is super appealing just so we can see what's on the other side of our two wormholes. So I'll go ahead and research that. I'm not sure we'll jump right through, but definitely worth checking out. Also, our head researcher has leveled up, so we can get faster research throughout the whole wide world, or better archaeology. Again, this is my backup archaeologist, so I'm going to go with better research throughout the Empire instead. So plus 6% speed. Good. Good, good. Good, good.
Special project complete.
Kildathia here is a size 24 alpine world with no special features. We haven't really built anything out this way. There are a few planets we could check out to expand this way. I probably want to hold off on that until we've dealt with our neighbors here. They're still in a war, aren't they? Yeah, they're still in a war. And you see that the war exhaustion is roughly equivalent on both of them. So we could guarantee independence, come and protect them, only to destroy them later. But my intention is either to take them over myself or to take over whoever they are vassalizing to. Hopefully they're strong enough to do that. Insofar as they're at equal war exhaustion, it makes me believe that the other empire is not especially strong, or else they would have rolled through much faster, but we'll see. Mountains and Rivers of Relrate. This is the second planet we found inside of the Weezwort system. It's not called Weezwort, but close enough. The vast geometric forms on Relrate are certainly not of natural origin. The planet's stylized landscape is reminiscent of a vast and dusty sea, punctuated with rocks which range in size from small boulders to landed asteroids. It's like the landed gentry, landed asteroids. The researchers conclude the landscape is likely an art piece, or as part of a ritual practice. However, the only perpetrators appear to be the gardening drones we saw earlier. Our attempts to backtrace origins have yielded no result. Maybe someday. It's a Zen world. Whoa! So it's a manicured Zen garden here at Relrate. Plus 3% happiness, less upkeep needed. Vast ripples appear in the regolith. It's calming. Huh. Okay, so we have open borders. Over here is the Sidran, the people who are looking after that planet in particular. And they're very, very far away, and we know nothing about what they got. That said, they have megastructures. Ruined ring section. It's broken down. Partially broken down ring section. Huh. I'm sure we'll get there eventually. They're okay with us visiting them. Now, I suspect, I'm not certain, but I suspect if I attempt to colonize this place, they'll be very, very, very angry. So I'm thinking I'll want to hold on to the territory around it, but not actually take it over. We'll see. Gotta remember, Wenkwart is the name there. Okay, cool stuff though. it's my ship that's scanned here. We're a little bit unsure what we're trying to do with all this. Like, this area is just scan everything we can as fast as we can to see what there is worth grabbing. We scanned the majority of it already, and we are expecting these fine folks to expand out. Now, if I wanted to try to build a starbase here, it'd be 400 influence. The majority of my influence. That would stop the friends next door from getting this really nice choke point. Now, as you see, they have a construction ship right there right now. It is going to take over this location. This is very, very, very unsporting of me. I'm going to take over this and hope I can grab the others as well. Do it, do it, do it. It's so... If I were playing multiplayer, I can imagine someone throwing something over my taking this territory. It's a race. It's a race. We're both grabbing it. This is so mean of me. Alright, did they give up and go home? Are they cloaked? Conflict. What is it good for? Huh? Absolutely nothing. A war has broken out on Astinda 3. This is the recently industrialized planet. In recent years, certain factions on the planet managed to accrue enough wealth to monopolize the means of production. In turns, others revolted against the growing inequality. Now, an all-out class war has broken out. All of recorded history is a series of class conflicts. I taught that on Friday, actually. It's always strange when Mark shows up in strange places. Now, all that class wars broken out, the dark time, having lasting consequences. We do not get involved. And see, do the proletariat rise up, or do the bourgeoisie once drive them down? Many civilians were again hurt in a firefight between our forces and the reformists. It's most disturbing. And in 2 months' time, it ticks forward again. So we will be going to phase 2 in a moment, it looks like. The government is getting pretty close. So in 24 months, the crackdown will finish. But yeah, it'll be 135 months until they finish their event here on the reformist side. I actually kind of wonder if I shouldn't have done any crackdowns, knowing that they need to get to the very end. Probably before we finish our government choice. We'll see what happens there. If I don't win this event, they overthrow the Empire, we're not going to be pleased. Guarantee not pleased. Okay, everything out this way has been taken. There's some living metal. We don't know how to research, or don't know how to build yet. That said, we're researching it right now. It's still very, very far away, 94 months. So I'm not going to have my construction ship hang out here. We'll come back to it at some point to grab some more.
Construction complete.
Okay, so we have some pre-FTLs there. Let's keep going. And return the scan to auto scanning, and I believe this. No, this is the Curious. I keep forgetting. The Curious is the one that has the baby along.
Accretion complete.
Uh-oh, where'd the baby go? Where'd the baby go? Oh, there it is. It's trying to catch up to its mommy.
Anomaly.
We go too fast. At least it knows how to get to its mommy. That's good stuff. Okay. So there we've done it. We've grabbed, very impolitely, we've grabbed territory from the folks next door. I haven't been following their scanning patterns, so I'm not sure if they scanned either of these. It is the case that I'd like to grab all of them. I need to wait, though, until we have enough influence. And unfortunately, my friends, it is noon my time. Ending about 40 minutes early today, but I got to go, because I got to go to the bank before teaching is done. The oppressive powers steamrolled the revolutionaries with ease. The revolution's dead. Hopefully the same thing happens to the revolutionaries against our empire. I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow I do not teach, so we'll do a whole bunch of hours of playing, and I look forward to seeing you then. Thank you for hanging out. Thinking this is probably going to be the game we play all week long. It is currently Monday here, so a few more days of Stellaris will be a lovely, lovely thing. Thank you to the new followers. Thank you for hanging out, everybody. Your kind company makes my day pretty good. Now, we must go corrupt the youth. Have a good day. Appreciate you. Cheese 6, thanks for the follow. Thank you all for the follows. Thanks for hanging out, folks. See you again tomorrow.